What's up?
What is up, guys?
Welcome in. Welcome, Night Slasher. Seconds to the page. Sage, welcome in.
That's a good way of putting it. I was trying to think of how to say it, and I was like, toost.
It's not adding up.
Surst. We're all thinking
Surst.
different things. I was saying toost in my head.
All right, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. We got 10 songs today. Let's get the line up on the board. Let's see.
Did you, Joseph, see?
Where'd the line disappear? Okay, give
Our
me 1
brains
second.
are similar.
This is deciding to be fun today. Give me 1 second.
What's going on with it?
Oh, nothing.
And then seconds.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, seconds is kind of smart, actually.
Give me 1 second.
This will be our last stream for just a little bit, guys.
There we go. There's the board.
At least
All
our
right.
last consultation stream.
What's
If we
up,
have
Lai?
the capacity, we will definitely do some random, interesting, fun, laid back lives. But last, more professional, serious consultation live for a bit.
All right. Okay, so I think I have this. Michaela, what's up? Appreciate you hopping in. Maddie B, welcome
I
in.
like you and your weirdness, Sage.
Let
You
me
fight.
get
You
this.
fit right in around here.
Updated.
Well, you
Boom.
fight.
You'll
You
fight.
fit right
You'll
in.
fight. All right.
I'm like, uh-oh, brain, is it going to be one of those days where we're
It's like, you better
merging all of our words and shit?
All right. What's up, Maddie B? Welcome in, y'all. If you want to submit your music, go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission. Follow all the steps. We are live on the Purple app, so definitely hop on over there, say what's up, follow and subscribe, all that good stuff. But we are live over here, ready to go. If you would like to submit and you are on our favorite app over here, then definitely hit exclamation point, submit, exclamation point, submit, and you'll be in the right spot, ready to go. You can find all the details, the line, the order, all of that stuff at my link tree, so make sure you tap in over there. And we're gonna get these flowing here in just a second.
Joseph is such a gangster in our live. 3 gifted subs. That's incredible, Joseph.
Amazing.
Big shout
Amazing,
out.
amazing.
W Joseph.
Y'all, welcome in, welcome in. If you're over on TikTok,
What are you gonna pick?
let's get those likes up to 5K and the shares up
You can whisper
to
if you want.
20. Yeah, whisper it so they don't know. The stream is saved, so you might not want to.
I know, right?
It is saved to multiple platforms, so. How are y'all feeling today? Mystic, what's up? Love, what's up? Appreciate you hopping in.
Oh, that's sweet. What's your coffee order?
Chilling at home.
I love that, Sage. So cool.
Go to my coffee right here.
Thanks for spending your day with us. At least some of it, anyway.
Frog, what's up? 20 Lana, what's up?
Hey, Frog. It's been a while.
Daco,
how are
you
you?
feeling? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. We're gonna get things flowing here in a minute.
But really? Or are you just saying that because Frog just hopped in?
Hey, what's up, Daco? Appreciate
5
you hopping
shots
in.
of espresso on ice with oat milk. Whoa, 5 shots is crazy. I would be...
It's kind of crazy. I used to always think that shots were crazy, like of espresso.
Oh,
then
really?
realize
I'm
that
like,
they're
I still do.
they're like half of a cup of coffee.
Lasts all day. Okay, nice.
So it's like 60 milligrams of
okay,
caffeine.
well, this is also coming from someone whose body can barely handle like any substance at all. So if I have
true.
caffeine, it has to be like a tiny fraction of what everyone else can handle.
Common. Got you. One more step in the building.
Speaking
Let's
of
go.
frogs,
One more step.
honestly, Joseph, if you actually are getting a frog cake, that is so ironic and very cute. I love
So
that.
Ty.
When I drink, I normally take 5 or more shots, so I could see how someone would want 5 shots of espresso.
DRMC, what's up?
Yikes.
Got you.
I am like the definition of a lightweight, and honestly, lightweight just honestly half the time means liver issues. Caddy, hi.
Caddy, what's up?
Oh, you came in. Yay. I'm so happy to see you, and I hope you're doing okay. We've been sending all our good vibes over to you every time you
Absolutely.
come to mine, which is literally every day. So I hope you're doing okay.
Dean, thank you so much for
Hanging
being here
in there.
too. We are live on the Purple app.
But
if you know
thank you
if
so
know
much
what
for
we mean.
hopping in and joining our last consultation live for a little bit.
Yeah, last one for a minute. We got 10 songs today. Go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission. You'll see all the steps there. You can join us on our main platform. That's where you'll see the line, the order minimums, all of that stuff over the course of the live. If you do want to get a consultation in today, we got 10 tracks, and that is constantly updated
We
on our
love
main
you
platform.
so much, Caddy. Genuinely. Seriously. I take Adderall and still will drink an energy drink with 200 milligrams of
Woo.
caffeine. Oh my
I
gosh,
I
yeah,
was
no.
I've never
it,
I've had Adderall once in my life, but that was never the case. But I used to be a full-time personal trainer independently, and you kind of are forced to live off caffeine. There'd be times where I'd have a cup of coffee in the morning and then still have like a pre-workout that was crazy and stuff like that. You gotta not ideal, but it was kind of a necessity of the job at that point.
We're going out of town for a little bit. We're gonna visit some family and get some work done in a different city. So that's where we'll be. I can't say for sure how long we won't be doing these consultation lives, but at least a week. And if we can hop on to do some random
I
fun
feel that.
laid back lives, it'll be on Twitch only, and it'll just be like something fun, but not these more serious professional consultation lives, if you feel my drift. If you catch my drift, I mean.
One more step is like, hold on.
Where?
He's like, just messed up his
I didn't
phrasing
see.
or whatever.
Where even is he?
He's like, I do actually have ADHD, so Adderall puts me at baseline.
Where is that?
Damon. That's one more step.
Oh, that's one more step?
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
just saying one more step, and all I see is
That's
Damon.
because
so
that's
I'm
what I
just
have
like,
on the list or
the
whatever,
fuck?
too.
Okay. Clearly it's not working is so funny. I do also actually have ADHD. I know, he's just like, one more step, you're so funny, and I'm like, bro, this guy.
Like, what are you talking about? Damon J. SKL, what's up, Carolina? Appreciate you hopping in. Jasmine, how you feeling today? Y'all, we are live. We are live over on the Purple app. If you would like to submit, go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission. If you're on Twitch, of course, you can always hit I can't talk, exclamation point.
Oh no.
Submit.
We don't
We're
want
starting
one
off
of
the live
those
at a bad
days.
place. I need a little bit more of this. The golden goodness. Venerate, appreciate you hopping in. Y'all keep liking and sharing out the live.
Yeah,
We'll
if
get
you
these
guys
moving here
want
in
to
a minute.
submit, exclamation point submit for sure. Happy to have anyone who would like to and wants to and needs to before we go on a little hiatus.
Yep.
Which we can't lie, we are very excited about.
Got you. One more step.
We've been getting pretty burnt out with this T app, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. Thank you so
One more
much.
step with the sub, dude. Appreciate you, bro. Yo, thank you so much, man.
I love
Appreciate
that
you
so
a lot.
much. You're in both lives. I hopefully
Let's
get
go,
to
Joseph.
get that meeting I wanted with the guy I'm working on Gargoyle with. Oh my gosh, I hope it works out, Joseph. Genuinely, keep us updated.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Caddy, thank you so much. We are, we need it bad.
We need it so.
I don't know if you're able to catch up on anything in that crazy Instagram message, and no, I don't blame you at all if you didn't.
Yeah,
but
no, literally, it's
it's just been rough.
Got you. Change culture. Got you. Thank you so
I
much
feel
for
like that
hopping
app
in.
is just getting worse and worse. You know what I mean? And we're like, okay, so how can we distance ourselves more and more? But honestly, we've been able to grow Twitch pretty quick without like trying too hard. So I would think if we put even just a bit more effort in it, we can grow it even more. I think we have like 240 something followers now.
I know, that's awesome.
And y'all have been incredible with the subs. So honestly, I feel pretty hopeful.
Yeah, for sure. Go to my link tree, click
No
on
worries
Track
at
Talk
all, Caddy.
Submission.
Seriously, no pressure. It's
a lot. It's a
a
lot.
lot. Yeah.
Click on Track Talk Submission and just read through all the details, follow the steps, and then hop on over to our main platform.
Oh no, Joseph rescheduled
Purple app.
3 times so far. Yeah, no worries at all. There's no pressure, guys. It's honestly, we don't get involved in drama, as you all know, but it's just like, it's kind of just proof of like that space. Once y'all read it, you'll understand. But the TikTok review space and just, it's just bleh. We're just ready to distance ourselves more and maybe, you know, hone in some things and figure out some changes over this little break. Otherwise, let's get it more positive in here. How is everyone's time going? How's everyone's day? Frog, I'm assuming you didn't have to wear green yesterday because you are green.
Dolores, what's up? Adonis, what's up? You are my Jupiter, my always.
I love that one more step. Let's go.
I can't escape your
Thanks, Frog.
eyes
What part?
tonight.
I'm always covered in gold. Yes, Sage, you
Yeah, let's
too.
go.
I mean, your name is literally
are
Sage, so I love that so much.
Stars set my anxiety.
Super exciting. We get a road trip to Florida and then Disney World and Universal something. I want to play paintball something something. I got 3 new followers on Twitch yesterday. Something something stream discount for video games. Yay! Very cool. Dude, the Disney World and Universal thing is so fun. I can't wait till we can go to. Put my submission to but upgraded EP to an album to. So been super busy getting that together. Let's go one more step. I love that so much. I have a really good feeling that this next EP for you is gonna be like one of your best projects thus far. I feel pretty confident about that. Really proud of just the progress you've made in such a short amount of time with everything and on top of everything you have going on. So it's amazing. You should be super proud of yourself, as we are very proud of you. Got it. Let me eat it. Thank you for the vibe. I just reminded myself of an NPC. Thank you for the vibe.
Oh
Thank
my
you for the
God.
vibe.
Okay, let me update some things here as we go. I'm so excited. One more step. So excited. Okay, so I got one more step in change culture. I got you up there. Is it
I love
PRS
that.
John? Let me know if that's you or if I'm maybe looking for something else here in a minute. I'll just update things as I get
Yum,
them.
caught a vibe.
If you would like to submit, go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission, and follow all of the steps there. What's up, Retrack? Welcome in, baby. Good to see you in here. Absolutely. Go to my link tree, click on.
Yeah, 7, as long as you read through all of the steps and it makes sense and there's no surprises with the way that the stream works, we have absolutely no problems with that. And we would
100%.
love to break your music and your brand and whatever would help you.
Absolutely. You can always go to the link tree, click on Track Talk Submission, read through all the details, read through the FAQ, follow the steps, send it right there. If you're on Twitch or the Purple app, which is our main platform, you can hit exclamation point, submit over there. The line is always up. It's always changing. It's a modular. You can always see the minimums, always see how many tracks are left, and always see where you're at. It's also better quality audio and visuals, so on and so on. So if you want to get the full experience, head on over to the Purple app.
Oh,
and
that's
we'll be there.
really,
I appreciate
that's
you
really
so much,
sweet, Blunt Blade.
That's love, man.
Yeah,
I genuinely
that's really
appreciate that a lot.
kind. So sweet.
Welcome over, Joseph. Fareed, appreciate you hopping in.
It would be good if you could get that meeting in finally right before you go on your trip, Joseph. So I really hope it works out.
I know. I'm so glad, Blunt. That makes me very happy, man.
Thank
Makes
you
me
so
very
much
happy
for
to hear
coming
that.
back to let us know. That really, it means a lot.
That's one of my favorite things to get out when people are coming back in here and being like, we actually fixed something that we talked about and just heard and actually saw the growth in the project. Makes me so happy. It shows the genuine,
Amazing.
authentic impact of what we're doing, man. Means so much to me. Retrack, thank you so much for hopping in for the likes, y'all. Appreciate it. Let's get up to 5K and 20 shares, and then we'll kick it off. We got 10 songs sharp today. 10
Oops, I'm not
songs
even
sharp.
on TikTok. I almost forgot.
Got you, Joseph. I'll be there. I mean, all this week, whether or not, I know you're going to be doing stuff too, but all this week I'm working on some big projects. So if yours happens to be tossed in that ring once you get some stuff back, I'll be there. I'll be ready to go.
That would be fan-fucking-tastic. I'm just excited, Joseph. I feel like I hear the potential with this song already, and I'm very pumped. It's not
Oh, well.
showing me my
It's been doing that for Libby
Yeah,
lately,
no worries.
too.
My Instagram's been glitching out. I don't know. If you don't get to catch up via that because it's chaotic anyway, next time we talk on the phone or something, we'll just give you a quick rundown of what happened. But
Yeah, for sure.
it's honestly not surprising. It's just
Yeah. Joseph, I have that
Just
all the
is the
time.
space.
I don't know what it is. Like intense. It happened like 2 days ago. Intense deja vu.
Yeah,
Intense
he'll
deja
just
vu.
all of a sudden be like,
I'll just be
"Oh my
like living my
god,
life, and
we've done this before."
I'll just be like, "What the fuck?" And be like, "This exact moment has happened
I feel like
before."
deja vu used to happen to me more often, and
And she'll be like, "For sure,
I
for
kind of
sure."
want to experience it more. I have this weird. It's
Marlita, what's
probably a
up?
dissociation or
Yeah,
like a dissociative thing that happens to me, but like, and it doesn't happen too often.
yeah,
But all of a sudden, I'll just be like out of body.
yeah.
And it will happen sometimes when I'm, like, really happy, but it's a very weird feeling, and it's, like, all of a sudden, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, "Who is this?" Even though I do know it's, like, it's your husband, but, like, I don't know him. Like, it's
This is why
very
we need time off,
no, it's,
y'all.
like, very fucking weird, and that's happened my whole life.
Absolutely. Yeah, we just hopped on. Everything's over on the purple
Does
app.
anyone kinda know what I'm talking about? It's, like, really strange. But in a weird way, kind of, like I kinda like it. It's, like, eerie and weird, but I kinda like it. It's like deja vu similar.
I get deja vu so heavy though that I'm like, I don't.
Can you check for New York the Kid?
When I
Sorry.
feel that like really really strong deja vu, it's like such an intense feeling of like, no, like you don't understand, I have had this moment before, like 2 years, like, it's like
Yeah.
such a crazy
I
feeling.
really do think it's probably just, like, other dimensions or something. There
Okay,
we
New
go.
York the
The
tid
Kid.
New York the tid, I have 10 in credit for you right now, minimum's 15, let me know. Hold on, let me.
We'll bump it up.
Yeah, I'll bump you up to to the 15 there,
We'll
and we'll
gift
get
the
you on there.
5, since it's 15 minimum now, but either way, very happy to have you back.
New York.
And we do need to do a giveaway today. We'll probably do one giveaway.
Line is always up on the purple app. Go to my link tree, click on see the line, or either Twitch or YouTube, and you can see it all up there. Okay, so New York, I got you up there as well. So you
I
got
feel
15
that
now.
there's like intense moments where I feel like I'm falling slowly into a situation that's already existed, and as soon as one little moment happens, I feel like I rewind 30 seconds as if I've played that entire scene before some other time in my life, exactly how it just happened. Like when you watch your favorite show and you're on one of your favorite episodes, and then you see the scene coming, but it's not as fulfilling until you finish the scene. Ooh, that's
That's a song right
interesting.
there.
I
It's a song
know.
if I've ever heard
Screenshot
one.
that.
I'm like, shit.
Dude, kind of like Interstellar vibes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of my like most favorite TikToks that I get are like people talking about them like crossing or like what is it called? Like
Near.
tapping into other dimensions kind of thing. Like
It's fun.
they'll literally have a story like they passed
Let's
themselves
go.
on the like on a road or something. Like they turned and it was them and they remember the experience from that version of themselves too.
That's wild.
Like just weird shit like that. I'm like so into it. I'm like, yes, tell me more.
These aren't plays. We're not going to play any Playboy Cardi. These are long form music and branding consultations. So if you're interested in a consultation, you can go to my link tree and click on Track Talk Submission. Follow all of the steps, read through all of the details. You'll be good to go. Sam, welcome into the building. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, make sure you check through everything. Our main
Should I
platform
get
is.
on this?
Sure. If you want, yeah.
I
The
wonder if
main.
it's messing it up.
Main platform is over on the Purple app. So hop on over to the Purple app if you have it. If you don't, I think it would still be beneficial for you to be over there. It's better audio, it's better visual, and
Yeah,
you'll
Joseph.
get
It
to be
does
able to
seem like
see
something
the
like
line,
that.
the order, and the minimums, all that stuff consistently. We're in Texas, and then
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I definitely believe in like I mean, I don't know. I can't say anything with confidence because I'm a very like live in the gray person and I don't have a lot of like
there
strict
we go.
beliefs, but I do have a belief that like time and energy and all this is like we don't even know a fraction of
All right.
anything. Like what we can see is just a tiny fraction of what's actually going on.
Mm. Mm.
I know, right? That's how I feel. I'm like, okay, sure. If you feel like you know something with like 100% certainty and it's something kind of wild, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's interesting.
Steady. I'm in between studio spots right now, so I just moved out of my last studio, so I won't have a new space for another couple months. Once we do, we're going hard. But yeah, it'd be a minute. No. From an outer dimension, but I can say that. I feel that OMS. I feel that OMS.
We're in DFW right now. We're still contemplating whether we'll bring people into our studio space.
Right now,
We'll
I
just see. It's all remote
prefer
right now.
prefer working remote right now for many different reasons. One being that this world is crazy.
That's so loud.
It's so echoey in here. I can't wait to have a studio space. again.
Like, I swear the neighbors are probably like scared for their
Crazy. You know.
I'm like, our neighbors are scared.
What's up,
Not
Rebecca?
me. I'm
What's up,
not
Caleb?
scared at all. Most of my songs are written from an outer dimension, but I can't explain that without sounding crazy.
It's like
Low
looking
key,
at.
can you make videos on it? Because I would absolutely love to
honestly,
fucking consume
dude,
that
those
content.
Those are the things. Those are the things that I feel like
I
people
would
could really
love
tap into.
to consume and save and like that.
Mhm.
You're certain you can't have faith. That's a good one, Joseph. If you're certain, then you can't have faith. That should be an art piece. I have a note in my phone just full of a bunch of random thoughts like that I want to turn into art
Gotcha,
pieces
good
one day.
track. All right, I'm just waiting on.
Let's go. I love
love
that
it.
so much. Oh, mess. Let's go.
This is the Purple App. Welcome
You
over. I
found
appreciate
it.
you
Welcome
having
to the dark side.
Imagine just we're like, no, who
You
are
can say whatever the fuck you want over here. TikTok for your ears. Don't ban us, please.
This is the Purple App. Correct. Welcome in. Thank you so much for hopping in. As you can see, you can constantly see the line as we update it. I'm updating
Smart
it right
OMS.
now.
I'm really excited.
Boom, boom, boom. Got you reordered right there. Do.
Let's back up a second. Let's not say whatever we want. The other
Let's see
dimension,
here.
the other version of myself that's in another dimension that's living at the same time as this moment wants to cuss.
Why does that
I don't
remind
know.
me of, like, what's your favorite, or like, do you have a favorite
Fuck
cuss
mention.
word? Wubsy with the bits, with the cheers.
Dude, I'm loving the mentioned thing. It's so funny. I
God,
don't
it
know.
cracks me up.
Bitch is definitely my favorite cuss word.
It's wild.
Wait, that has one word. Am I getting the word right? Or is that something so dirty and off that this version of myself
That's great.
has a more pure mind and wouldn't know what the
BITCH?
fuck that means? Feels so fulfilling to say.
God. Cole, welcome in. Cole, how you feeling? Let me get you up there
Ow,
too.
okay, fine. Let me put my fucking headphones on because this guy's
Yeah,
busting my
please,
eardrums
please.
out.
Mine are
I
open back.
try to like I know. I try to wait till the last minute because
I can't because I have to hear everything else is going on.
oh, it's already a thing. We were literally saying it nonstop yesterday and you weren't even here.
God, it's so funny.
You literally started the mention thing. Torvik said it. I swear he did. He said it yesterday.
And the sea was cold.
Let's go, Cole. I'm excited.
I'm very
You caught
excited.
us at the perfect time because we will be taking a break from these kinds of
Yeah.
streams for a bit. So,
Cool, you got 15. on
Perfect
the
timing,
board,
basically.
Ready to go. All right, y'all. We're just waiting on a couple things.
I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely already succeeded at starting that.
100%. 100%. All right, we got one more step. We got retrack, change
I
culture,
forgot
New
what
York the
you said
Kid.
yesterday.
Cole, if you want to submit, go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission. What's up, Verseless?
This is a TLM 102, and his is, I don't know, some kind of tube mic.
M147.
A Neumann.
Both Neumann, yeah. M147.
That's what I know.
You said TLM.
What did you
say? Very happy though.
I'm gonna deck you.
I just love that.
What did you say that yesterday for Wubsy? You were like something mentioned.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I said it
It
a
was
couple times.
funny. What's up, Verseless?
Versus, appreciate you hopping in.
If you're hopping in on TikTok, welcome in, guys. Our main platform is the Purple app. I'll try not to say it. I was saying it all day yesterday, and they did end up kind of like
Yeah,
filtering us a bit in the algorithm, which is whatever.
for sure.
So I'll try to say Purple app, but I feel stupid saying it. That is our main platform, however. So if you're interested in what that is, head to the link tree and you'll find the main live, the main chat, and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Welcome
and if
to
you
the
are
Vibe Tribe.
on this app and you want to update anything, probably since mentioned, usually it's the way it goes.
I know, right?
But if you are on this purple, beautiful app that we have right here, you can always hit exclamation point, submit, and everything will pop up for you. Same if you want to update your line and send more and stuff like that too. It's always accessible right here in the chat.
Oh, yeah, or Pinterest.
Pinterest
that
or
would
Sense
also make sense.
is definitely not a far-fetched guess. Those are two very
Always got to
popular.
give Wubs the credit for that, though. It's so funny.
Serum too. I know. I had Serum on a laptop that I had like 10 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that ish, 9-10 years ago, that was stolen. along with my iLock and all of my hard drives.
That pissed
And
me off because you know where it was stolen, guys? It was stolen in the like
San Francisco,
what do they call it? They call it like the break-in
capital of
capital of
yeah.
at least the US.
And yeah, it was frustrating. And then I tried to get licensing back. I had to reach out to iLock. I had to reach out to Pro Tools. Pro Tools wouldn't update my licenses on a new computer. I ended up basically losing everything. I had a whole album on there. I had projects from like a client on there. Like it was annoying. And so I lost Serum. They wouldn't. I reached out to them. They wouldn't let me update licenses without the iLock and without all of this stuff. They just wouldn't let me do it. And that was annoying. So, and I haven't had Serum since then. And I've
One
obviously
thing I
made it
will
work.
say is when we find our success and our big break, we will have a story to tell and
Oh
go
my
along
God,
with
yes.
it.
We've like had and lost everything multiple times when it comes to like the stuff that we've done.
I really
Yeah.
love San Francisco, but
It's
like I
beautiful.
was annoyed that the people he went with left all of their stuff in the car in the place that like literally is kind of known for
No,
that.
it was even crazier because we had a bunch of people who got their stuff stolen in the back of like a tinted rental. So we had an SUV rental, of course, and they target stuff like that, right? So we literally put in an order in the car, like to go and just like grab brunch and bring it back within literally because they had stuff on camera that had, everything was like recorded and stuff. 20 seconds after going inside,
Same, Wubsy.
they literally ran up, smashed the back windows, dumped it into a car, and were off. We walked out 2 minutes after picking up our order of just like coffees and some croissants or something like that. Walked out, all our stuff was gone. And
Like obviously I'm
it's like,
annoyed at the person, but I was also very annoyed with them for doing
well, we were
that.
thinking
And I'm just like,
90
bro,
seconds, use the restroom, get your
he's
coffee,
learned
and
his
let's go.
lesson, all right? He doesn't leave anything in the
I
car
was
anymore.
a fucking kid. I was just like 18 years old as a
You
passenger
were
in this
not
car.
18,
I didn't
bro.
rent this.
You were
Yes,
not 18.
yes, I was.
No,
I was
you were not.
20 years old. I was 20 years old.
He's like 20 max.
But no, but I was just a passenger. I was like, I didn't rent the car. I didn't start blasting. No,
You
I didn't
were
rent the
you
car. I
were-
wasn't the one who booked the trip.
In your
I was,
defense, you were the youngest one there.
I was one of
annoyed
six.
with all of y'all.
I was one of 6 people, none of which did anything. I'm not going to take the
I'm
blame
like,
for
if
it.
I have a backpack in the car or a purse or anything, it's coming with me. I don't care how stupid I look in the freaking store or wherever I'm at.
That wasn't feasible though because there was like keyboards in the back and 3 guitars and 4 like we couldn't take everything
Then
out.
a
into
few
these,
people
like,
need to get out.
I mean,
That's
that's
it.
what should have happened, but
Exactly.
that should be on
there
the
was
people that-
many options that didn't work out the way they should have.
I use
I'm like, yeah, you're a victim, but also you stupid.
I know, right? Devin, I do occasional backups to I have a couple Samsung hard drives that I use. They're about like they're like I think the one I have is like 2 terabytes, and I just back up client work there all the time
Whoopsie.
and make sure that everything is updated.
I don't know. I think that most people are kind of against buying Cybertrucks now. Wubsy, so watch out.
Yeah, that might be more of a target, man. I appreciate y'all hopping in. Y'all keep sharing up the live. Thank you, 4720. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all keep sharing it out. We're going to get moving here in just a minute. Forrest, what's up?
Oh my gosh, Joseph, I used to have a car that was so quiet. It wasn't electric or anything, but it was just so quiet, and I would forget to turn it off sometimes. It was low-key crazy. That was when I was stupid. So we can both tell our stupid stories here.
I was going to show it to you, Devin, but I don't think I have it close to me.
What's up, Love Forest? Good to see you. You are catching our last consultation live for a bit. So I'm glad that you hopped in.
Yeah, if y'all like, we're about to get started here in just a minute. What's up, Free Willy? We're about to get things rolling here in just a second. If you would
I
like
know,
to,
Wubsy. I just like to joke around that.
if you'd like to submit, go to my link
Cybertrucks
tree,
are like
click
tanks.
on Track Talk Submission, follow all the steps, read through all the details. Our main platform is the Purple app, so hop on over there. Make sure you follow us on that platform. That is where the full live is. You can see the line, the order, the minimums constantly as they're updated. That would be my suggestion.
I'm glad that you're still here, Joseph.
And we'll get
Zach,
started in
that is a very
couple more
general
seconds.
question, but that's all that's
lot of what
definitely
we talk
what we
about here.
cover.
Yeah.
So feel free to hang out and just see what we're about. And even if you don't submit your own stuff, there's a lot to learn from other people's consultations for sure.
Oh yeah, I used to play all the time,
Thanks,
Joseph.
Wubsy.
All the
Yeah,
time.
we're very, very relieved, honestly.
Okay.
Thank you so much for saying that we deserve it. I really appreciate you.
I love that, Cole.
And
I
it
love it.
happens to just line up with Joseph's break as well. So it must be a theme. In some way, us and all of our mods need to take a break, even if it's just in a little way like what we're doing. And in a way, this doesn't feel like, a break or a vacation or anything like that, because you guys know we got two big families. Sometimes visiting family, it's like you're just running around a lot, you're doing the most, and
Got
we're
you, Free
still going to
Willy.
be working a ton.
Got you. Got you.
So in that way, it's not really a break, but a break from this live, we'll fucking take it.
Yeah.
We will take it.
Free Willy, if you wouldn't mind, we have a different submission form and everything. So can you please go through the current my profile link tree and go through the submission form there? That way you can update the track to the newest email, especially if it's an updated track, just to the new email, so I can keep everything organized. I got you back on the board
I
with
don't
25.
know if there's any Halo nerds, but a lot of people got Cybertrucks and started decaling them as the Warhogs from Halo, and it looks awesome.
I
They
feel that,
even
Zach.
mounted machine guns on top
That's wild.
to like fit the look. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
I
That's
don't know
stuff
if
that
y'all
like
remember
Whistling Diesel and whatever would do probably.
I don't know if y'all remember Sage trying to say, but I sent her some lyrics to attempt for a new
Sage
song
was just
live.
in the live.
Nice. Yeah, she was just here. I'm not sure if she's still here, but I go read and do the actual work part of my job now.
All right, y'all. We just got to get to 20 shares and 5,000
Okay,
likes.
sounds good, Joseph. No worries.
20 shares, 5,000 likes. We'll kickstart the music. We got One More Step, Retrack, Free Willy, Change Culture, New York the Kid, and Cole up on the board, ready to go. If you would like to submit, go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission, read through and follow every step, and then go join us on our main platform. That we can get the full experience of the live and kind of see what we're all about. If you have never been here before, feel free to hang out in the chat for a minute, see what we're all about, see the kind of value that we bring. And if it's something you're interested in, you can always dive deep and get yourself up on the board. We're just glad you're here. Our goal is just to offer you as much actionable feedback and real value as we have the capacity to. So if you are looking for a professional second set of eyes and ears on what you do creatively, that's all we are here to do from a place of love and respect. We're not here to roast you or trash you. This is not a review. Boop. This is not a trash or pass. There's no ratings or polls. We're here to offer some real valuable feedback. So if that is interesting to you, then definitely hang out for a minute, or of course submit if you feel ready to.
Awesome, Zach. Yeah.
You'll see it at my link tree. It's different. Go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission, but it's a different email. That's so I needed to go to the updated one.
If you're on TikTok, how does the stream look? Is it laid out decently? Sometimes whenever I go in the box like that, it messes up the whole like banner and stuff. Let us know.
Got you, Cole. Got you, Cole. Appreciate you.
It looks okay on my phone, but it's hard to tell sometimes.
It's like different device to device,
exactly,
depending on the screen size and stuff like that. All right, got you, Cole, and I got you updated on the line as well. Appreciate you so much. You're totally good, Free Willy. Yeah, new email, so just follow that same form again, and you'll be good to go. All right, we're at 18 shares, 4.7. We are almost there. Lloyd, appreciate you hopping in. Kayla, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. We are almost there. I'm cut off. I know, it's like a weird... I think now at this angle, it's different.
This is how it looks on mine. Mine's like a decently standard. Tia's cut off on my phone.
Yeah, like if I'm like in my normal spot.
It's weird that on a bigger screen it would do that. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, no, the letter T. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Well, fine. I was like, oh, move it back.
Well, that's all right. That T can be cut off.
That T can be cut off. That's fine. I can also make it a little...
People can think this is rack talk. This is that's totally fine.
This is rack talk here. Let's go.
I mean, you do have a version of a rack on your...
That's true.
I'm weak. That actually really works.
It's a Euro rack.
Should we change this to rack talk, y'all?
Should this be rack talk when we'll just talk about modular synthesis and Euro rack synth systems? That would be one more step. So easy now.
Kumi,
what's up, Kumi?
Don't leave today.
Kumi, we got you.
Yeah, you were about to go yesterday, but
we called like 3 different people's names.
Hang out with us today, and you should get played.
Kumi.
This will be our last live. Yeah, the last 2 times, Kumi, we've called your name.
You're totally good.
But it's totally fine, of course. We have been saving it, but this will be our last consultation live for a while. So if you want to be sure to get it in, then
this will be our last 10 for at least a week. At least a week. Go to my link tree, click on Track Talk Submission, read through and follow all the steps. You'll be ready to go. And then hop on over to our main platform, which is the purple app.
No worries, Cole. You don't even have to tap. You just get to sit back, relax, enjoy. Every now and then you will collect channel points on the bottom left of your screen. And you can exchange those for random things. I think we only mostly have hydrate on there, and then like you can highlight a message. Yeah.
I still need to work on the text to talk and whatever.
Yeah,
I'll work on some of that stuff this weekend maybe.
exactly.
What's up, PG Brown? Welcome in, man. DL, appreciate you hopping in. How you feeling? How you feeling? Thank you for the follow as well. I
No
appreciate
worries
that.
at all, Kumi. Don't be sorry. It's okay. We totally get it.
All right, y'all. I need 200 more likes. Yeah, I'm just getting TikTok caught up, and then we'll kick it off, y'all. We are live on our main platform, which is the Purple app. So please hop on over there, follow us over there, sub over there if you would like to. You also do get a free one with Prime, and we'll get over here ready to go in just a second. I'm just waiting for a few
We
more
are going to
likes.
start doing sub giveaways
Yep.
on Twitch soon.
100%.
I mean, the Purple app. Oops.
Oops. Sorry, TikTok, for saying your competition. We are about ready to go, y'all. About ready to go. There's 5 K. It's time. Let's get it. One more step in the building. Ready to go.
5.K.
Making great progress. Album in the works. Upgraded from EP. Love it. Pushing for a late April, early May release with Destination as the single, releasing next Tuesday, the 25th. Let's go. But this song
that's
has
what those
been
purple hearts are for up there.
a big favorite too. Let's go.
It's at the link tree.
The Purple app. Wink, wink. All right. Let's get this downloaded. This is Fire by One
Also,
More
I just
Step.
want you to know one more step that your song will constantly just randomly get in our head and we'll be singing it.
Literally.
We'll like wake up and be like, "This ain't love, tell me." Whoa, that sounded so bad. I hated it. I hated
It's just
it.
dissonant.
This ain't love, tell me how'd I fall.
I love it. I love it.
Genuinely.
It's so catchy, man. Ridiculously. All right, let's get it. This is Fire by One More Step. Update me on any other specific details on the progress of this track, because I think I've heard this one before, right? But let's get into it, man. I'm excited. It's time.
Thoughts in my head getting extra loud. Gotta keep it chill, I can't let it out. The way you got me acting
go,
so
Bubs.
extra now. Girl, I want you back with no rationale. You're the only one I need. I'm ready for the moment when it's just you and me. It feels insane, it feels this way. The way you got this hold on me. Yeah. 'Cause baby girl, you're so fire. When you put it on, you bring that heat like a lion. And your love take me high. If they hating on you, then we know they some liars. So fresh, so clean. Everything you got, I need on me. Baby girl, you're so fire, fire, fire.
I like that digital high octave
Baby, you
too.
fire like fuego. You look good like angel. Shine bright like a halo. But baby, you shine like a diamond. Shine, you know I'm time. Said I love you in front of the world. Now let me just show you in private. Girl, I'm only thinking about you. Every single thing that you do, we can't lose. 'Cause forever and ever, it's gonna be me.
Nice.
'Cause baby girl, you're so fire. When you put it on, you bring that heat.
Yeah,
like
that
a
feels
lion.
way more cohesive, timing wise. Pocket.
If they hating on you, then we know they some liars. So fresh, so clean. Everything you got, I need on me.
That's new, right?
Girl, you're so fire, fire, fire.
Is that that new vocal ad lib on the end there? That's fresh too, right?
You've gotten so good at mixing,
Dude, let's go.
dude.
Check out this second hook. Yeah, it feels tighter. It feels a lot more cohesive. The timing and pocket of Wavy's vocal feels way more balanced. It feels way more cohesive. I'm excited. Let's get straight back into it. Brought up the okay, so it was already there. Bringing it forward, dude, just adds so much more dynamic range, so much more life to it. I'm super excited. You're absolutely headed in the right direction. Tightening up the structure, cutting some of the fat of the song structure. I have an idea on, I think it's Wavy's part. We'll talk about like a couple minor details, of course. There's a part on, I think it's the end of Wavy's verse, maybe, where it could be nice to cut the beat on the low vocal run. That way there's even more dynamic range and even more focus on that vocal layer. So it doesn't feel like that 808 and drum structure is too consistent. So it doesn't feel like it's like the same level all the way through the song. So I have an idea. We'll dig into it a little bit. But honestly, bro, you're crushing it. You're improving like crazy. This is better than the last time we heard it. Like you're constantly chipping away at it. And
Definitely.
it's sounding fantastic. So let's get into it. Couple little things I'm going to listen for: pitching on the octaves that you have to make sure that they're matching the actual melody, just on the high octave that you're recording. And then I'll listen for that second transition. That's kind of where I'm honing in my yeah. That's kind of honing in my attention.
Thoughts in my head getting extra loud. Gotta keep it chill, I can't let it out. Way you got me acting so extra now. Girl, I want you back with no rationale. You're the only one I need. I'm ready for the moment when it's just you and me.
So right there on the just you and me, the high octave right there. So you have the dun 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 as your main melody, and then you have a dun 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 dun. The whole thing is like a step down each time you hit the melody on the top part right there. So it makes your high harmonies sound out of tune versus the structure of the song, because they're both correcting one step in the scale below the target note. So on those high octaves, I'll play it again. It's like 30 seconds in, something like that. Just make sure that those match exactly the da, da, da. Make sure they match that melody exactly. Otherwise, it's going to feel like something's out of tune. As a consumer, you might not even know what it is, but you'll just kind of feel like something feels a little bit off kilter. So that's what I'm going to listen for real quick again. Just really focus on high harmonies. When you're building out like your layers and your harmonies that are like thirds and fifths and like other tones that you have in there, there's a little bit more freedom to that. But the octave that you're wanting to match your melodies with and like follow the scale and stuff like that, make sure that that's really tight, because that is also coaching the consumer on what the melody of the song is. So if you're like, so if you can imagine that your harmonies are doing all kinds of different notes, right? They're kind of they're moving around a little bit. Your lead melody has a specific melody, but your other lead melody that's kind of by that melody is slightly different than the other melody. How hard it will be to find the melody as a consumer and have it stick and be super catchy, because you have a very similar melody with small changes in between them. You kind of don't know where to follow or which notes you like hold and move and stuff like that. So the more you can take like the guesswork out of the consumer side, I think the easier this is going to be to just like take off. People will hear it, they'll feel it, it'll be catchy, all that good stuff. So that's first recommendation. Double check your octaves, make sure every octave is locked in place. Let's run. Right there, just you and me. It's like half step below each of those movements right there.
When it's just you and me, it feels insane, it feels this way. You got this hold on me, yeah. 'Cause baby girl, you're so fire. When you put it on, you bring that heat like a lighter. And your love take me high.
Happens every once in a while in the format shifted vocal over the top too. So same thing, before you pitch it up an octave, before you format shift up to create that other vocal layer, make sure that the actual like fundamental pitch of that vocal structure, those vocal lines, are exactly where you want them, then pitch them up. Otherwise, you're just pitching up something that's already kind of a little bit tension creating with the lead vocal. So small little notes there, easy for you to dive in. It's all Melodyne shit, you know, just dive in there one more time, make sure the octaves match. I'm excited to get into Wavy Zone. Otherwise, like your balance on your production is feeling really good, and like the cleanliness of your vocal feels really good too. It does feel like wide, it feels open. Your vocal is like tucked into the mix really well. Doesn't feel too prominent, or it's not getting lost in the mix. Honestly, feels like a really good balance on your vocals. It's just, of course, balancing what you need to in the structure of like your pitch control and things like that, and then like getting a final like loud master on it and stuff like that. But you're definitely headed in the right direction, man. This song's really close.
Fresh, so clean, everything you got, I need on me. Baby girl, you're so fire, fire.
Feel that. Let's get into Wavy.
You look good like angel, shine bright like a halo.
Way better pocket from the vocal. It's, you know, it's like 10 milliseconds back. It's like back in the pocket of the song with that little bit of a.
Love you so much, Wubsy. Thank you so much for the gifts.
Thank you so much for the bits, man. I appreciate you a lot.
Okay.
All love, man. Appreciate you.
Look, baby, you shine like a diamond.
It just fits so much cleaner. Feels so much cleaner. And literally, it's just a timing thing. Even just like shifting it back, you can just feel how it like settles into the song once again. Love it.
Shy, you know I'm tired. Said I love you in front of the world. Now let me just show you in private. Girl, I'm only thinking about you. Every single thing that you do. We can't
Octaves there are really nice.
lose. 'Cause forever and ever and ever it's gonna be me.
So like even that little movement right there, the beat comes down to like the low pad right there. The percussion pauses for a second, but I almost wonder what it would sound like to like cut there with a fade, so it's really smooth. Cut there with a fade, and then just let that vocal da 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 boom, and then the bass comes back in with the drums right there, just to create like just a bit more dynamic range in those two sections of the song. Since most of the songs really chill, like the vast majority of the song is like very laid back and chill. So you kind of have to be really strategic with where you like boost ad libs and give it some higher dynamics and texture, where you cut energy in order to make sure that this song feels like it flows a little bit. So let me hear that last line again. Maybe keep all this.
Almost like Labyrinth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
way he structures his music.
Yep.
I feel like One More Step has that kind of sound. And I
Definitely.
mean, that's the thing about Labyrinth, it's super impactful.
Yep. 100%.
We can't lose, 'cause forever and ever and ever.
If it's just like the last little pocket, last line. Thank you so
I'm
much for the follow.
obsessed
I
too. I
appreciate you.
really, really love
Labyrinth is one, as far as like structure and sound design goes, he's one of my favorites. He's really, really cool. Yeah, that last little line there, you might want to play with where you cut. You could cut early and let the vocal really sit with a stack and octave over it, or you might cut it just like on the last little do 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 boom, and then hit really hard after that. I do think it will make your next line coming in with the hook, especially with your boosted ad lib. I do think it will make it feel more dynamic, more impactful, because you remove more energy before. So there's just like a bigger like discrepancy between the two, right? A bigger contrast between like no music and a vocal to the bass and the pads and the percussion coming back in. So quick idea, slight restructuring of like your vocal layers. I think you're in a good spot. One more step. This is sounding really nice, man. I'm excited for you.
It's gonna be a meal. 'Cause baby girl, you're so fire.
Can you hear that actually last
Gonna be
word?
a meal.
What's that last word right there? Give me a sec.
Forever and ever and ever, it's gonna be a meal. 'Cause baby girl, you're so fire.
It's like the you bleeding over a little bit is part of what really blends the two. So I don't think there's really anything you need or like have to change about that. That might also be what makes it super smooth. Me and you starts the next line, and that's what's making it really smooth. You don't necessarily want that to be like a super like smooth low key transition. You want it to hit a little bit more, but I think you just got to be strategic. But strategic with how you transition, strategic with how you mix it, where you cut, and stuff like that. And I think you got it.
Gonna be a meal. 'Cause baby girl, you're so fire. You put it on, you bring that heat like a light. And your love take me high. If they hating on you, then we know they some lies. So fresh,
Subtle vocal ad libs and runs right there. Sounds really nice, man.
so clean. Everything you got, I need on me. Baby girl, you're so fire, fire, fire.
Let's go, man.
Sick.
Honestly, you're moving into a great spot, man. Super, super proud of you.
Yeah, One More Step. I know you've made really good headway on all of your platforms and stuff like that. There's a couple of things I want to point out that I'm sure we've already talked about, but I'm going to point them out in case you're able to get them done before that EP launches, because I feel that they're that important and worth mentioning. So honing in your Spotify with making sure that you put the @ symbol before the artists that you have listed out. That way it hyperlinks them and makes them clickable on the user side and more easily picked up by the algorithm. So you have Charlie Puth, Billie Eilish, Bruno Mars, Weekend. Those are all great names to list. You could even add Labyrinth in there if you wanted. But just make sure that in Spotify for artists, you put the @ symbol before the names, and it should pop up like almost like you're tagging them on Instagram or TikTok or something. And it should be that simple. And then also just making sure you get your Instagram linked officially through Spotify for artists. Let's see, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. I know you haven't, you have plans, I think, to prioritize YouTube more. Thanks for the heart, me. To prioritize it more in the future. But I would say bare minimum, no matter what, even if you're not planning to go hard on YouTube immediately or even put a lyric video out immediately or anything like that, I would still get your YouTube in order, because it is still important that
Yeah.
if people were to find you on there, they know where else to find you and how to really plug in and become a follower and a consistent fan, not just, it's a wasted opportunity basically if everything isn't plugged into each other. So if you have the time, getting on that YouTube and getting a long description on there. Honestly, worst case, just copy and paste what you have from Spotify to YouTube. That will do just fine. And then getting all of your platforms linked and getting a banner up there if you can. So those are just the little things that I still notice need to be honed and like just perfected to go to that next level. But yeah. And honestly, it shouldn't take long. I know it kind of sounds like, oh, it's a lot.
Hey,
Thank you so much. Is it Karen?
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
I
so much,
appreciate it.
Karen. Much love to you. You caught us on our last consultation live for a while, so we really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, I feel like it's easy to build those things up in our head, and especially when you're actively working on music, and that's the biggest thing that you're like, your focus and attention is taking up your time. It makes sense. But I'll just say these things are worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Because
you're about to go hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you don't want like any limit. It's like you want to be able to just make the music, make content, and not have to worry about is anything else going to connect or not connect.
Thank you guys so much. You both helped in my journey a ton. Of course.
I'm so excited, man.
Yeah, we're
so
very,
excited
very
for
pumped for you. I just know bigger, better, the best things are in store for you.
Got you, Marlito. Let's go. I got you. All right, man. Show some love to One More Step. That is the family. That is the family right there. So please make sure that if you are not already, follow One More Step on DSP. So follow on Spotify, like their music, go boost the algorithm. Of course, follow right here on whatever platform you might be on, whether that is Twitch. I know you do gaming as well. If you're on Twitch, if you're on TikTok, make sure that you follow the family, show them some love and support. I'm super, super excited for your very near future, man. I feel like you have an opportunity to release a cohesive project
100%.
and kind of brand yourself as who One More Step wants to be as an artist going forward without as many like shifts and changes and having to cut your distribution, rename, and like all this stuff. Like you're ready to go.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you, man. So y'all definitely make sure that you are supporting the family.
Mad love, One More Step. Thank you so much for submitting today.
Always.
I always love when we get a One More Step track and then it's stuck in our head, presumably for the next however long. It's been freaking months with the other song. So
what's up, Nan? Welcome in. Appreciate you hopping in.
Good to see you.
All right, Marlito, got you up on the board, ready to go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm excited. All right, we got Cole in the building. Cole, hop in the chat. Just let me know that you are present. That way I can have your track already pulled up here. So if you are here, we are ready to go. Ready to go. And I'll update the board in line as we keep going, as long as I see people here. See, okay, I'm not seeing Cole. Anybody? Oh, there's Cole. Got you, Cole. All right, perfect. Cole's in the building, ready to go. Let me update the line, and let's keep it moving. All right. Any other concepts? So all I have here is looking for overall next steps on making more professional sounding music. So let me know where you're at with making professional music or professional sounding music. Is what I'm hearing here. Is this produced by you? Is it mixed by you? Are you working with some other people? Give me any and all context on kind of the structure of the song that we're hearing and even any other socials and where you're at with promoting yourself and stuff.
Context as to what your goals are as far as distribution goes. If you have anything on Spotify already, or if you're just planning to do that, please just let us know. Any context you can provide helps us out to help you out even more.
Yeah. Anything you got. I love context. I love details. So if it's a BeatStars beat or YouTube 2-track or you did it yourself or someone else, then we'll be ready to go. Hey Lee, welcome in. Welcome in.
Thank you so much, Lee.
Sounds good. And then Marlito, whenever you have a chance, if you can, hop on over to Twitch so we can get the full experience over there, and we got you.
Also, right. Lee, I just wanted to give you a heads up that we did reply to your email, so I hope you're able to get to it today.
All right. This is I Want More by Cole Elmore. Let's get it.
If I start to fade away, don't know what to say. If I start to fade away,
Are you like a DJ literally
start to
producing for
fade
them all.
away, don't know what to say if I start to
Beautiful.
fade away.
So you're more in the production DJ space, remixing stuff like that.
Nice.
Sierra mentioned Wesley.
Yeah, well, he's not here anymore.
If I start to fade away, will we be okay?
Nice pump.
I want more.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter where we go.
G minor, right?
Yeah, definitely. All genres and all levels of preparedness.
Fade away, don't know what
You can hit exclamation point submit and you'll see everything there.
will we be okay? If I start to fade away, don't know what to say if I start to fade
I
away.
feel that. Yeah, percussion I think is the main thing that needs to be kind of repolished, reworked a little bit. Synth sound design is cool. It's bright. It's airy. And that's high praise, Karen. Fredigan is a beast right now. Yeah. I think the chord structure, synth structure is nice. It just, yeah, it needs that little additive stuff and a
On the
really
purple
strong
app.
percussion.
Where we go.
At the link tree in Torvik's profile. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 100%. I like the vision though, Cole. I think your sound design's
Yeah.
good. Honestly, so yeah, let's get into it.
Intuition's great.
That is Cole Elmore. That song is called "I Want More." I'm super excited. I'm super excited for your future because, like I said, I think your taste is good. I think like your understanding of like just what's gonna feel good from a vocal standpoint and like a synth sound design standpoint. My like gut reaction to this is I think the structure just needs to mature. It just needs to kind of keep going. I think you need to build out a bit more of the production. I'm going to talk about sub bass a little bit too, going into your drops. I think you're an octave high on your pad right there, and an octave high on that sub bass that's underneath it, or that even might be a part of that pad. And then on the other side of it, I do agree that beyond the
Hi, Mara,
synth
welcome
structure
in.
itself, either through the vocal, creating melody and chops and counters. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you so much. Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Creating a counter melody with another synth would be nice too. So let's get into it. Let's run it from the top. I'll give you a couple tips, a couple little ideas maybe that you can build up. But honestly, I don't really want to dig too deep into the mix because I think structurally there needs to be more things in here and things about the format that change before you get there. So I don't want to be like brighten this or this needs to change or something, but then you add an element that does that thing, right? Otherwise you get like too deep into the process and then you just kind of need to backtrack, right? I got you. So let's get into it. Let's run it real quick from the top, and then we'll dive into it. But Cole, thank you so much for sending this in. I'm excited to dig into this. A little bit.
If I start to fade away.
This is a good vocal sample, though. It's a good vocal chop. I would also recommend. There's a couple that I have listed here that I recommend people go to for chops and stuff too. Give me just a second. I'll pull them up. I had them. If you want to get away from Splice, so the thing with Splice is exactly Lee. That's a fact. It's a fact. Literally just like a sine wave with a chorus. Boom, you got a fantastic like modulated sub bass. Boom, easiest thing in the world, right? And then Marlito, got you too. I got you with the push. What was I gonna say? Oh, vocal stems. Just because Indubitably. With Splice, you tend to get a lot of the same things that a lot of other people are using because it's the initial like low barrier to entry to finding stuff. There's 3 databases that I would at the very least look into when it comes to getting vocals for your tracks if you want to do more of this. Just because I know with Splice, you can pay $12 a month and get access to all of these things, but you'll start to find that on a certain genre, certain style, you'll start hearing a lot of the same ones because everyone, like the same ones are getting pushed to the top by their own algorithm and stuff like that. There's so 3. One would be Vocler. That's
Nice, Joseph.
VOKLER. VOKLER is a good database for vocal samples. The vocal market is huge. I know several producers that use stuff from there. It's massive. There's tons of acapellas, and you'll also get what I like about this too is you'll get songs. You know what I mean? You'll get like a whole structure. You'll get a verse and a hook and harmonies that are tracked out because that's what the whole marketplace is, as opposed to just like a random line on one vocal sample, hoping there's a couple other words you can use and re-chop and stuff like that. You can actually get like harmonies in trackouts that you can affect. That's huge. So Vocler, VOKLER, the vocal market is great. The other one is Voclio, which is VOCLIO. VOCLIO, Voclio, or Vocalio, there's, whatever different versions of it. The vocal market is another one, and Vocler, which is VOKLER. Those are the 3 that I just know. I know producers that have used it, and they're some of the more prominent ones to kind of back out from being a part of like a Cymatics pack
And then
or Splice.
of course, always like trying to collaborate with
Yep.
smaller vocalists and stuff that like genuinely it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there that have really good voices, but that just don't, they're not big yet or whatever.
And you just get control, right? If you're working with a real vocalist, it's someone you can like reach back out to, be like, hey, could you do the high octave to that really quick or something like that they have control in their own like home studio and stuff like that. You just get so much more access than whatever randomly drops on Splice that most likely 50 other prominent producers are using, right? And that's where you kind of get
definitely
in trouble.
hop in the Discord, and I'm sure there are other Discords, that would have smaller artists in that way too for collaborations.
All right, let's get into the track. We'll chop through a couple things. I kind of already mentioned some of what I want you to work on, or I think would be beneficial to work on. But let's get into it.
Don't know what to say if I start to fade away.
I like the intro here. It's a cool
Check our
kind of grabs
website
you.
out too while you're at it.
Got you,
for
cool.
sure.
That's what we're here for.
Definitely.
I don't mind the way this kind of builds up right here.
Don't know what to say if I start to fade away. Will we be okay if I start to fade away? Don't know what to say if I start to fade away. Will we be okay?
So like right there is where I feel like it needs to have an immediate energy shift, right? So as soon as you get out of this, as soon as you get out of that pocket right there in the vocal chops, you need to make dramatic changes in dynamic range, in my opinion. Dramatic change. So either you need to fade away, and everything drops down to like a buildup that starts happening, or you cut the music into as I to fade away, and everything goes big, right? But dramatic changes, I feel like in dynamic range and in the way you format your sound design are just gonna make this way more engaging. So especially with this style of music, try to, like in songwriting, we call it cut the fat. It's kind of the same in any production where like if there's like unnecessary space where the energy dies for a second, cut it out, right? Or manipulate it, right? Make sure that it builds energy or strategically loses energy so that you can build up with a lot of dynamic range and impact. Trying to have that movement, I think, is what I would focus the most on. Because when you just kind of keep going on the drums as soon as they come in, when the vocal leaves, you're kind of just left with what is nice drums and a clean sound design for your synths, but it loses definitely a little bit of like the energy in the track. You want to make sure it's always a journey, it's always moving and kind of like pulling you towards something.
Fade away. Will we be okay?
So like right there, you could just as I'll throw out some examples. I'll throw out just kind of an idea would be to cut drums. So to fade away, come down to like a rolling low bass with like piano and just have it, fade away. have risers. Start to fade away. You know, like I can already like see the vision of it. You know what I mean? If you kind of just build up that energy. So if you take the drums and then you kind of reverse drop, you bring everything down to rolling bass, like a low, like MS-20 style rolling bass, bring it down to like a sharp EDM piano, like even sharper than this, right? Sharp EDM piano, and then start to build up your snare rolls, start to build up some risers, and then cut it right before the edge back to the vocal sample. Start to fade away. And then you bring everything back in. That dramatic, and again, these are just ideas. Do whatever feels authentic and creative to you, right? But dramatic dynamic range from like building up like kind of building up the drums and the vocal, cutting to the piano, building up like crazy, cutting to nothing but the vocal, and then heavy production structure after that. Sidechain, you know, sub bass, heavy kick and snare with like open rides and hats, like shaker, auto pan shaker. You know what I mean? Like all of that classic house movement that I think you're maybe looking for. I think to me, when you're talking about like professional sound design, even just the use of dynamics to me makes something feel more professional, even than like, is this the cleanest mix on a bass I've ever heard, or like the cleanest vocal reverb that I've ever put in a song? Me hearing like really intentional movement in a track feels more polished to me just by default. So that is definitely something. Thank you for the follow. That is definitely something I would keep in mind. That's those are some ideas as to how you can start to build out this track a little bit more. But kind of to the point I made earlier, I think part of what this track needs is just for you to kind of keep going with it. You know what I mean? Like just keep digging into it, keep adding sound design, and really determine where you want to go big, where you want it to be intimate and vulnerable, and then how you want to process once you get there. Let me keep going a little bit. Let me skip forward.
I want more.
This definitely could use that punch, right? And then occasionally just having da-na fade away. You know what I mean? Like little vocal da-da fade away. Fade, you fade away. It's like introducing that vocal chop into like the structure of the mix in some kind of a creative way. Just kind of keeps it as a thread in the song. Let me skip forward a little bit more. And then I do think, let me skip forward into where this sub bass comes in later. I do think it's an octave high. It does feel like it's an octave high. I would probably drop the sub down an octave, just because it's not really filling out anything. It's kind of here, so you don't get the weight. You don't get all like the body at the bottom of the track.
It's not bad.
Oh yeah, not at all. Not at all. Honestly, I just think, yeah, it's like, imagine if this structure happened in 4 hours, imagine another 4 hours on it. I mean, there's tracks I've spent months on, I'll be honest. Years for some songs, right? Just to polish it and get it right, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, thank you so much.
hey,
So
thank
sweet,
you.
Karen.
Karen, I appreciate you so much.
Big love.
Adonis, welcome in. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for the love. I love it. And honestly, at least you didn't like send it out to platforms, which
Exactly.
also wouldn't be the worst
No,
scenario in the
but-
world. But I do think it wouldn't be maybe the most accurate representation of your skills and your taste, because I do like your taste. I like your sound design. I would get a sub. Thank you so much for the live on air, Karen. I appreciate the gift
You're
so
so
much.
sweet, Karen.
I would get your sub bass an octave lower, so you get all that low boomy energy, and then sidechain it to the kick. That way you get that, you know, that little pump and that little bit of movement that just like keeps the groove of the song going, keeps that movement going while filling out those like far low frequencies, like 300 hertz and below. That'd be like the next thing I would add or make some minor adjustments to, so it feels full and it feels vibrant. Let me skip into this like last section. Like here especially, all this 100% lead. And you have some of that in here. I mean, I'm seeing the way that you're like automating like pumper knobs and stuff like that, and your LFOs to
Little
get these
breaks in there.
faster stutters.
Cool.
Yeah, I think, like I said, your taste is really cool. Like you've got a lot of great intuition as a producer. I think you're headed in the right direction, Cole. You got a lot
Definitely.
of great skill. I think, yeah, it's just going to come down to filling out your sound design. Make sure it's a whole song, you know, make sure that it's a whole production. I get into a place too where I'll really like a beat and I'll just like let off the gas for a second. And then I'll kind of go into like a different space or move on really quickly. And then I revisit something, or I'll listen to the car or whatever it may be. I'm like, oh yeah, this is no mid-range at all. It needs like a pad, it needs a brass, it needs a synth in the middle, right? I think you just kind of need a little bit of that, like kind of revisit it and be like, okay, we definitely need a sub bass with some pump to it, a little bit of a side chain to it potentially on this hook to make it vibrant.
Yeah, exactly, Lee.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like I hate to have like such simplistic. I mean, more specific advice too, but like simplistic advice of just keep working on it. Like keep building it out. Get a sub bass in there. Get some high melodies in there. Rechop the vocal on the hook to make it kind of interesting and creative and stuff like that. And then I would polish up your transitions so they are a little bit more impactful. But I think you're headed in the right direction, Cole. Absolutely. Let me skip into this last section here. You'll be good to go. I like those little high melodies there too. Those are nice. Sound design is really cool. Yeah, just needs more time. Just needs a little bit more intention when it comes to how you build out the rest of your sound design. But I really like your vision, Cole. Y'all show some love. Cole, I'm so glad we got to hear this.
Yeah, really cool. Awesome. Super amazing that that was created in 4 hours.
I love
Yeah, and that you're just starting out and you already sound that good. So what we'll do, Cole, is go into the rough plan that we like to recommend for new musicians that haven't distributed anything. I want to encourage you that you are in a really good spot because a lot of people will jump the gun and release music prematurely, and it backfires. It's not always the most professional or ideal way to go about things. So if you have the wherewithal to come into a live like this, where we are able to guide you in the right direction, hopefully, it'll save you from going down a route that is less than ideal, if that makes sense. So I'm glad that you hopped in. I'm glad that you submitted, and I'm very grateful to have you as a part of the Vibe Tribe now.
Real quick, Marlito, I know I obviously have the submission. You're up next. You might have submitted to the other email. If you are in here, would you mind going to the current submission form at my link tree and click on the new Track Talk submission so it goes to the correct email? That'd be awesome if you are here.
So the rough plan or ideal like way to lay things out going forward with the goal of releasing and distributing on all platforms and making more of a career out of your music and stuff like that is going to be to build up your catalog ideally. So, really hone your sound, really find your identity in that way, and get really confident in what you want to create and your sound and the quality and all of that stuff, and build up a catalog of at least like a few songs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and at the same time that you are doing that, I would recommend getting a Pinterest. If you're not already on Pinterest, I would recommend starting a board on there for your music. And honestly, I recommend just pinning everything that inspires you and feels right according to what you want your visual identity and brand to look like aesthetically. So, this just honestly at the beginning, if you're not familiar with Pinterest, it looks like just searching for a few things. It can be anything from, architecture to any kind of art to nature to outfits that you would ideally like to wear at shows and stuff like that. Like, really just get into a dream space. Yes, I did that. It helped me out so much. I ended up finishing my album art because of Pinterest. Amazingly.
Love
I
that.
love to hear that. Yeah, it's a very, very helpful tool that a lot of people aren't. Hashtag anything. But literally anything. Yeah. Nothing is off limits. I've never thought of Pinterest before. Yeah, so I think it's a really fun platform in a lot of ways where I know it sounds like I'm kind of making it sound like work or kind of like a chore, but let me encourage you that it is actually very fun and super inspiring for anything visual related. So, like Lee was just saying, album art, merchandise ideas, event ideas. Like, it's really, really helpful for all of this, but I recommend starting with your brand. And at the same time that you're working on building your catalog up, you can also work on, just getting some ideas for what you want your music brand to look like. And it's just have fun with it. Honestly, just get inspired. I also find that Pinterest is very helpful to get inspired when you're in a bit of a creative rut and you're feeling like, oh, I just don't know, or I'm really lost. Or a lot of people, what happens with like producers and artists in this space, especially when you're indie, it's like, I just don't even know. I don't know who I am. I make a lot of genres and I don't know like what I want to put forth. And like, there's a lot of styles that I like, even visually and stuff like that. Like, just start the Pinterest and it will be very helpful for whoever you end up working with in your branding, whether that be us through Obsidian Key or you hire someone else or you end up trying to tackle it yourself. It's
you,
going to be
got you.
very helpful for whoever does your branding to be able to see that Pinterest board over a span of a few months of you posting in there
moving
and
Twitch.
know that it is consistently the aesthetic that you want to put forth. And I guarantee you that somebody with a good eye is going to be able to pick up a clear aesthetic that you feel like will be so accurate to what you want to put out and how you want to be perceived in your music and stuff like that. It definitely sounds fun to me. I'll check it out today. Sounds awesome. So while you're working, that's what you can do immediately right now. Like you said, you'll check it out today. You can get started by building up that catalog, working on Pinterest, but just having fun on Pinterest. And then the rough plan is to ideally you would have your brand as the foundation. And then from there, you would build out every single platform in the most professional, cohesive way with that cohesive aesthetic across all platforms. So it's very identifiable as Cole or whatever you end up going by as your producer name. Um, and then from there, it would just all be about consistently releasing music and marketing, right? Which we can get to down the line. But I just wanted to give you an encouragement and basically a rough layout of what you can look forward to and how you can plan going forward.
And yeah, these lives are safe for 2 weeks on Twitch once the live ends, and they are live on the Obsidian Key YouTube, which you can find at my link tree as well. But yeah, the whole full live structure is over on Twitch if y'all want to join over there.
What?
He's just putting random
I see.
band stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah,
"Hmm,
I forgot about that.
that's an
I
interesting
forgot you
one."
said you were gonna do that. Okay, anyway, Cole, if you have any questions, of course, you know where to find us. Definitely join the Discord. We also have the website that Joseph tagged earlier, or you can do !website if you missed it. But yeah, you know where to find us now. We're very happy to have you as a part of the Vibe Tribe. If you ever need help in your journey, that's literally what Obsidian Key is here to do. It is here to encourage and empower individual artists, producers, creatives to be the best version of themselves and have full autonomy of what they're doing. And even if they ever sign with a label, like still being empowered and knowing what they're signing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
100%. Y'all give it up one time for Coca-Cola. Cole in the building. Appreciate you so much for sending that in.
I'm gonna go to Russian.
Okay, cool. Let me pull up. Do you want me to wait to read? There's a lot to read, so maybe you'll wanna. Let me see. I think it's mainly producer notes, so you should be fine. Let me read through. Marlito, it's time. Yeah, like yay. Hey, that's nice. I don't mind it. Y'all keep liking and sharing out the live as well. Once again, if you would like to submit your music, go to my link tree and click on Track Talk Submission, read through and follow all of the steps, and then join us on our main platform, which is the Purple app. Go join us on the Purple app. Let's get into it. If you are on the Purple app, you can hit !submit if you'd like to submit. Definitely make sure that you join the Discord if you have not already. We're building up that community over there. There's plenty of just channels and stuff over there for you to join for any specific needs that you have, whether it's promotions, general, it's DAW help, it's anything that you want to do with our song recommendations, things like that. But let's get into it. This is Marlita. Let's run it up. Let me read through this. Hello, I am back with just an instrumental of a song I'm working on with the producer to make a dance EDM track. Let's go. Thank you, Retrack. I appreciate you. Of course, it feels a little empty at the moment because it's making room for vocals, but I just want to see how the feel is and if it's perfect. It's currently a demo, so it's not mastered yet, but I've added more and more input towards the song now that I have more knowledge from my college. Love it. If you have any comments, do let me know. Side producer notes from my producer if you want to learn some things about the song. Okay, got you. I'll let me breeze through this really quick to kind of understand kind of what's happening in it, and then we'll dig into it, but I'm super excited. Versus dominated by components. Sidechain converts more song. Love it. Moog, speaking my language. Like it. Arpeggiator, speaking my language. Synth Plux, speaking my language. Also gated. Okay, love it. Perfect. This is good info because this is all the stuff that I like to listen for, anyways. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, this sounds nice. All right, let me get it downloaded real quick, and then I'll play the first run through whenever Louis gets back. Let's see. Save. Let's pull it up. All right. I'm excited. Let's get into this. Okay, so it kind of seems like a main structure that you're looking for is just making sure that this format, right? Like this format of a production feels cohesive, it feels like well balanced, and feel like it has enough space for a vocal, it has room for something to come in over the top. But obviously I'm understanding that it's not fully mixed or mastered because not everything's even in the mix yet, right? So that makes perfect sense to me. Just want to get kind of like a general outlook on the quality of what's here so far. Is that kind of making sense? Is that kind of what you're looking for? And then probably I think you said no vocals in yet, right? Perfect, perfect. Definitely a different vibe from my dubstep EDM song. Okay, perfect. I love that. I love it. I love it. But no vocals yet, right? Thank you so much. Bum, bum, bum. All right, let's get into it. Exclamation point submit, and it'll pop up right there for you. And do I have some from you, Miss King? The names, I know that I think you came in yesterday, right? I might have some credit for you, but just remind me really quick while I'm listening to the song. So if I need to look something up, I can.
The Barney app.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. I remember the name.
Sounds good, Lee.
Yes. Oh, yes, right. Okay. Sound design's really cool. I got you at 15. I can imagine. I can already hear it. It sounds very commercial. Let us know if there's any other like social platforms or Spotify you want us to look over. I know we did a while back, but just let us know.
Yep.
That lead's almost like a portamento sax. I like it. Very unique. Really cool. Good balance too. Yeah, absolutely.
Is that Marlito and
Yeah.
okay, nice.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited. Let's get into it.
Yeah, that
So-
sounds super commercial.
Yep. Let's run it from the top. And honestly, there's some things you're
Professional.
doing really well done. Really well done. One being edit points. So if you ever want to get into the world, which we talk about a lot, which is very difficult to do, but if you ever do want to, having natural edit points in the song where there's like stylistic changes with like big bass drops and then space and then the start of a next section, it's really easy to use your songs commercially because there's edit points in the track that allow you to use different sections that lead into different dynamics in a show or a commercial and stuff like that. So even just from a practical standpoint, you're making decisions already, whether purposefully or intentionally or not, that give you a really like great canvas for placement and a great canvas for commercial work and stuff like that. All you need now is like 50 of these and get them out so that people can hear them. You can direct attention towards them. You can cold email people with 10 songs that are instrumental that are ready to go and give you some good opportunities.
I am excited to hear a vocal on it too,
Yep.
though, because I can definitely picture it.
Yep, 100%. Quick nugget of advice. I just watched a video, just since we're here and we're talking about it, I watched a video yesterday or the day before of someone who gets major sync placements for like big TV shows and stuff like that. And they were talking about anytime that you're cold emailing tracks and stuff, for one, send a pack of 6 to 10 tracks, and send them along with instrumentals. They have to be able to see how they could use something. So send it with vocals if you have vocals, but then send an instrumental track as well. That way, if you are going to be working with an agent or a library or a representative of a larger company like Sony that's going to be pitching to Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that, that they can it's easiest barrier to entry. If they can't see your music in a show, they move on because they get 20,000 of these emails. But if they like come across something like here's vocals, here's not vocals, they listen to the instrumental first. Oh, this would work, and then they hear it with vocals, and the vocals are decent. Then they know that they can utilize you in a lot of what they're doing, and then they also know you have a catalog to pull from. So just a tip if you're going to be sending stuff like this out, which I would start to delve into. You never know. You never know. It's not easy. It's very saturated. It's very hard to just even get into the world. But I do think that you are in
Welcome
a
in.
good
All
spot.
the info's at the link tree.
Jazz, I think, has some credit, so I'll double check for that in a second.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Some of these get randomly quiet. Let me see. Yeah, I think so. There's some transitions that feel like a little disjointed, so that's kind of really the main thing that I want to listen into more. Dancing of Vibe. Yeah, I think I 100%. I think you're nailing that aspect of it. There's kind of two moods to this song, so I just kind of want to see how they flow. But I don't mind it at all.
You want to take that banner down? I'm just curious what TikTok would do if we did. Just change it to our old one. Let's just see.
Yeah. All this is sounding really clean. Yep, I like it. All the movement here is really nice. The balance between hats and tambourines and stuff like that. The sound design is like really open. It's got a lot of great movement to it.
Definitely a vibe.
Yep.
Super cool.
100%. And that early transition's good. So this right here, this little transition right here, I think part of it is because, and this is going to be what I'll say is partially just the mix. It needs to be balanced once you have vocals and stuff like that. It does feel, because your sound design shifts, specifically your bass and percussion, it feels 4 or 5 dB quieter on this next section right here, just because you have this really powerful like stereo bass and like log drum and like all this really vibrant sound design, which is fantastic. Sounds amazing. When you're in it, it sounds really, really good. This feels 4 dB quieter just by this transition here. So I would find a way in your sound design to bridge this gap a little bit, right? Find like maybe one of those basses stays in there for the first half under the new progression or something like that. When I hit this transition, I'll play it again. It does feel like it drops down quite a bit and gets happier, right? You're coming from this like minor, it's bendy, it's minor, it's got all this really cool stuff happening. And then it gets very like strict commercial house, right? After that, and quieter. So it does lose a lot of mood. It loses a lot of the tension. So that's kind of, I'm gonna get into it a little bit, but let me hear this transition again. That Moog bass, all this movement, sounds great. Like this feels locked into me. Great edit point there. You do keep the same bass in there, same Moog, right? Let me back it up one more time on this
I
transition.
know, Kumi. Some of our mods hate us for not ever having seen SpongeBob.
Part of it is a reduction of high end too, the shaker and hats. Here. I think it's because here, I guess here's what I'm hearing, and then I think you can decide kind of where you want to go with this, right? Creatively, because I'm not worried about the creative part. You're crushing it. What's happening is the big low end, like those kind of log drums, synth basses, stuff like that, those are removed. You go down to just the Moog, right? And all of your high end. So all of that high lead melody, your hi-hats, and your tambourine, the kind of the far corners of this mix get removed, so the mix, it just feels smaller. So I'm hearing, I'm like, wait, the bass is still there, most of the percussion sound design is still there. I think it's that so much of this top and bottom of the mix just got dumped, and I think that is partially where I'm hearing the dynamic take a dive. So I think it's just figuring out, how do I still keep and maintain some energy, because it just went from really wide, bright, and low to feeling a little bit more filtered in and a little bit more narrow. I think that's what I'm hearing. Nothing actually wrong with what's happening, just have to be really strategic. Vocals might help with that, you know what I mean? So on and so on. Could be as simple as bringing up that starter synth in the background, maybe opening up the filter on that by 3 to 5%, you know what I mean?
Could you check for hazy and jazz when you get a chance?
Yeah.
Is it jazz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jazz and hazy. I'll check it. As soon as I finish this breakdown, I'll look for y'all's too. Feel it, how it opens and closes. Yeah. 100%. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the sound design that you have. You just might need to manipulate it a little bit, right? Open up the filter a little bit to like bring that little pluck back to the surface a little bit with that like stutter on it, with a little bit of a side change, so on and so on. You might need to just give a little bit more power behind some of those elements so you don't feel too different. But I also know there could be a crazy vocal stack on there. You could have doubles on either side that make it wide and bright and vibrant. So I guess some things to kind of look in the direction of, but maybe wait till you have vocals. That would be kind of like my tentative advice. Would get vocals on there, understand where they're going to hit, and then decide, do I need to fill out more? Do I need to open filters? Do I need to bring in a little bit more bass energy and width, so there's not too much contrast? I like contrast, but you just don't want it to lose energy. But I would probably wait. So some things to listen for, but maybe wait till you have vocals on it. All right, let me skip into this next section.
Everything's at the link tree.
Honestly, your sound design's fantastic. It's really cool. Those lead melodies, that like saxy kind of really like slow portamento that you have on there sounds awesome. It's a really cool production.
Torvik's profile.
Great edit point. I mean, these are the little breaks that are perfect. Really, really cool.
Kumi.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that. It's definitely coming across.
It's fashion show. It's fashion. You have the stair. We always talk about the stair step dynamic. So you have a really strict structure. Keep the same sound design. Add the tambourine, right? Keep the same sound design. Add another layer to the synth. You know what I mean? Like you have all of like the makings of a good house record that just cause it to flow and evolve and move. You're doing a fantastic job, really. Same hat, right? Add one little thing. You know what I mean? Just it's a little wider, it's a little bit brighter by adding one element. Simple strategies like that just always work, especially in this genre. Same thing I've done with pop records. Same thing I've done with hip hop records is I have just one hi-hat, and then all of a sudden you add a shaker underneath the hi-hat at a different like BPM, or like cut it into thirds. So you have a triplet on the shaker like that. One little extra push right there just opens things up. Y'all, show some love to Marlito. Let's
Really, really
go.
cool, Marlito. I love it. So
Really,
much.
really well done. I'm not gonna, and I love that you're actually going to school to actually get into some of the
Exactly.
nuance and the details of this production stuff. And it shows. This is intentional. It's vibrant. It's got a lot of great movement. There's some polish to, like, I think, like your transitions and like the A and B sections to the song that could be, just kind of tightened up a little bit. But I would first get vocals so you know what you need to feel. Oftentimes people throw too much at their production, and then all of a sudden they're fighting with their own mix when they could just like remove two of the guitars and you'd be fine. Remove a vocal layer that just doesn't need to be there. So get vocals in there so you know where everything sits, and then you can decide it does need another bass here. It does need a sharper kick on the transition. It does need a brighter riser, and you kind of get into it. Honestly, yeah, I think that in that's presented a little bit in this mix, but honestly, it's pretty smooth. You're doing a great job of creating natural transitions with edit points. It just that's a great transition and you don't really have to do any work for it. Just crash out for a second, right? And then the next part of the song happens. Just make sure that next part feels cohesive with the right before, if that makes sense. But you're crushing it.
I was going to say, I know that your main focus right now is building up a catalog and, completing school, all of that stuff. And it's an incredible goal to have. So I'm really glad and, just happy for you that you found that lane. So I know there's not too much to say in the vein of branding because you're not there yet. But what I will say is similar to Cole, while you're building up that catalog, you could definitely make use out of Pinterest to just start dreaming about what your music brand and identity will look like. And it's just very exciting personally whenever I'm kind of in that space even now. I do have one measly little song out that I released, I think back in 2021. So it's been a while, but I'm in that same space of just like dreaming, having fun, thinking about what I want the aesthetic to look like. I'm looking into Pinterest for sure. I see your TikTok videos on my For You page and I've been taking notes. Oh, I love that so much.
Love that.
Awesome. Yeah. If you ever have any questions, of course, throughout the process, don't hesitate to reach out to us. But you're in a great spot. And the fact that you would have months to, months and months, however many months, to plan it out and to be posting on Pinterest, I always say the longer, the better. Most people are like, well, I want to get this out next week. So I'm like, okay, then this process is not going to work as well for you. It's always ideal when you're in a position like you are where you can really take your time, plan it out. It's like Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I mean? It's like really, really good art, and people who are ready and like motivated to do it at the professional level don't hesitate to take their time on it. So I really applaud you. I think it's really gonna pay off.
And if you're gonna put in the time, the work, the money, the resource, the energy into
Yeah,
music,
that's relatable.
you might as well get everything out of it. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna put a bunch of energy into something to get
Even just paying
80,
through school, yeah.
80 streams on something, you might as well put the energy into it to get 1,000 and get $3 for it. You might as well you put a little bit more effort in so that it sticks and it grows and it compounds, right? Like if you have the foundational stuff there, then everything can compound time and time again, right? More and more people follow you on Spotify. More and more people are notified of each additional release that you do, so on and so on. Like you can really compound and build off of that. But that foundation is so important. But
Yeah, so
love
while
what
you're
you're
building
doing.
up your catalog, working on your, just the visual aesthetic, dreaming it up, all that kind of stuff, and just roughly thinking about what your goals are in music and, what that could look like. Are you going to want to do events? Are you going to want to launch merch pretty quickly? All that stuff. It's definitely worth it to plan it out and think about it now. Yep, hiring those producers and such is quite expensive, but it's an investment to learn and for my career. 100%.
Yep.
And you know that we're here to help however we can in your journey. We're very proud of you, Marlito, and everything that you're doing is very, very cool. So mad love to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank
Y'all
you
show
for
some
submitting
love.
today.
Show some love, show some love. Let's keep it going. Okay, so Hazy, I got you on there with 15. Right now, minimum is 20, just based on the amount, and that is constantly updated. So if you want to see the line, you can just be on our main platform, which would be the Purple app. You can always see the minimums, how many tracks we have left, and how many are
Jazz
in the
has
queue.
10 or 15.
Jazz has 10, and right now minimum's 20.
Okay, Jazz, are you still here? Let us know.
And then let me see. All right, let's see. I think we got Retrack up next. Let's go Retrack.
Okay, so the minimum to go today is 20. We'll gift you 5 at least to get you to that minimum 15.
Yeah.
for next time, I have to get going now for homework, but again, like I said before, please keep up with what you guys do. Y'all are amazing people, and I cannot wait to travel.
So much love.
Through.
Appreciate it
Yes,
so
definitely.
much. Absolutely.
Mad love.
All right, let me get Jazz updated here.
So, Jazz, I hope that you read through all of the steps at the website just so you understand how it works. It is a modular line. And so if you have the line pulled up, you can basically see exactly how many tracks we have left for today, because obviously we can't go
24/7.
indefinitely. Yeah. But yeah, so if you pull up the line, you'll be able to see exactly where you would be at today. So if we put you on the line today, it wouldn't benefit you. So we'll go ahead and save your credit. And like I said, we added a 5 to it. So
Yeah,
you can get a little
bit of a
boost for next
boost.
time. Yeah.
And of course, at any point, anyone can, if you
Yeah,
want to push yourself forward, you definitely can,
course.
but there's no pressure. All right, this is Sunday Morning by Retrack. Retrack, you know the deal. Give me some context, give me some details. Well, we get some more like Sunday morning house music. Let's go. Pow, welcome in. Appreciate you hopping in. This is an old house track I made. I wanted to get into sync. Okay, cool. Let's dive in.
Cool.
Let me update.
Retrack, you had to get in on the house.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome.
What's up, Sybil? Yeah, you're good. You said this was old. How old is this? And are you planning on reworking anything or just kind of building it out a little bit? You talking about Twitch?
Oh, you said it.
Sorry, TikTok. Sorry, gods of TikTok. I'm sorry.
Yeah, everything's better on the Purple app for sure.
Yeah. And you get all this jazz over here. You know what I'm saying? You get all that fun stuff. Okay, cool. You've grown so much in 4 or 5 years. Retrack, I would.
Yeah.
That's the Purple app.
Okay, nice Retrack. It's nice to hear an older track to compare. Yeah, 'cause
Yep.
you've come a long way. Dang. This is not bad by any means,
No.
but you just sound more sophisticated and professional now.
You've matured in your like production
Yeah,
choices for sure. Feels
definitely.
less looped and stuff. And then Miss King, got your email over there too. Let's
What's
go.
up? Welcome in on Twitch.
Kumi, appreciate you hopping in. Y'all, show some love.
Asher, there you are. We were hoping you were okay.
On the purple app.
We were in the middle of your consultation yesterday, and then we were like, where did Asher go?
But y'all, show some love to Retrack. That is Sunday morning. This is 4 or 5 years old. 4 or 5 years old. So
Let's go. Is that you, Free Willy?
I'm super, super excited. Where?
I'm just wondering because they said I'm on the purple app.
Oh, that's Kumi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kumi.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Dr. Ew,
Let's
welcome
go.
in. All right, let's get into it.
You're on the purple yap.
The purple, yeah. Let's go. This is Sunday morning by Retrack. Let's get into it. So honestly,
Sorry, Kumi. It's the words are tiny. We're gonna get a bigger screen.
I know.
In our next studio.
This is like a 14-inch screen on the other side. We need like 49
Asher,
inches.
no worries at all. We were
No
hoping
worries.
that like you know could always go back to YouTube or something, and
Yeah.
then if you have any specific questions, 100% we got you.
100%, definitely.
But I hope our consultation made sense if you watched it back.
Let's get into it, Retrack. So honestly, Retrack, from right off the bat, got you. And why I got you? Let me update you. Right off the bat, I feel like you can dig. I mean, the structure of this is fine. The vocal chops themselves are fine. I think you can, like we were saying, like it's 5 years old. I think you can modernize it. I think you can use the tools that you know now in automation, in side chaining, and stuff like that to give this some clarity, give it maybe a little bit more movement, mature the mix a little bit. But there's nothing wrong with what you have here. It's a bit stagnant just as you build out the
It's
structure.
a little repetitive.
Yeah, you start to hear that same structure, the same vocal chop and stuff like that. But now you have more tools at your disposal. And I feel like you could 100% mature this mix and this production structure and grow it into something that feels really
100%.
cohesive.
I wouldn't say it's a wash or anything
Not at
by
all.
any means. So I think you could definitely add some depth, some different, dynamic elements that would make it just
Yep.
really stand out
Yep,
and
it's
add
like
to
a
it.
classic.
So I'm
commercial
excited
house
if you
track.
if you do plan to do that.
Yep.
It'd be really cool.
100%. I know, I was checking, just like making sure as I see things pop over there. I don't want to because sometimes people will gift and stuff, and I just don't want to miss what they're doing. All right,
For
let's get
sure.
into it. And I'm gonna submit because it's only 40 seconds. But can someone get in trouble if they make a song inspired by another song? I'm scared, but I think they sound different enough. That depends on how close.
Right.
Depends
Yeah.
on how close.
Like if the sample is almost an exact copy, then yes,
Really?
for sure.
Welcome over. Yeah, it really depends. It really depends on.
Let's go.
on how
There you
close.
are, Free Willy. I love it.
Hey, welcome to the
Welcome to the-
welcome to the purple side.
Welcome to
baby.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into it. Yeah, it really depends on how close. You can't copyright chords. There's only so many notes and chords and frequencies and stuff like that. And you can't copyright them. It has a lot to do with vocal structure and exact sound design. So if something is so close that it's going to be stricken on the platforms, and you're just going to run into issues. You just won't be able to get it out, and that's just annoying. So you might as well switch it up a little bit. Just pitch the whole thing down a semitone. Make some small production changes to make it a little bit more its own. Of course, Nate. Yeah, we're live on our main platform, which is the Purple app. What's up, Aimless? Welcome in.
We got
if you wanna
6
submit-
tracks left for today, guys. So definitely just make sure to check the line. We have it a million times at our submission, but
Yeah.
some people still miss that. So just definitely check the line
for sure.
so you know what to expect and there's no surprises. I will say this is going to be our last
you,
consultation
Aimless.
live for a while, minimum a week, maybe longer.
Okay, I got all of y'all. I'll update all of this in just 1 second. As soon as I get through retracks, I'll update the line and stuff like that. I got you. Let me see. Aimless, I got you with 20. Let's see. Asher, I
Sometimes
got you.
people will still hop over on the Purple app and be like, "Where's
In New York,
the
I
line?
got you too. I got you too.
Where's the line? I don't see the line."
I even made it
We're like, "Bruh."
40 points bigger on OBS. So hopefully it works itself out. All right, but let's get into it.
It's a
Retrack.
trip on this side of things.
I think you
sometimes.
kind of know where you can mature some of this retrack structurally, so it's not too repetitive and maybe has a little more, animation to it, right? A little bit more vibrancy to it. But let's get into it. Maybe if I have some ideas, we'll dive into it. But the fact that this is 5 years old, you're doing a lot of things right. I can update some of this now. So let me get New York. And got you. Asher got you.
Kumi. As of now, you're still going. So
Currently. Asher, and I got you Aimless. And I'll update update everything in a sec. So like real quick, some of this you already know, right? So okay, chord should be updated. Boom. Okay, so let me like back this up here real quick.
I know, literally.
So like starting
F
here,
that whiteboard, bro.
super smooth, right? Nothing wrong with it. Let this run for like 4 bars, right? Like let it kind of run its course. Let it kind of do its thing.
Also, there's no character limit over
And then
here.
right when you get into
Y'all don't have to freaking type out
little shaker, you know what I mean?
3
If you
separate
keep
messages.
too much of that exact same sound design, right? Then that's where it starts to become monotonous, right? So that's where you need to like add in the little shaker right there, add a little auto panned hi-hat in the background that gives you some movement, right? And even like over the top of the piano. It's B flat major, pretty sure.
That's the perfect emo.
And you can start building this up here. All of that, you know, like little extra, like small movements like that. This is just where you can start to get into what you already know now, 5 years later, right? There's a little look into the past. That just like gives you like that little bit of extra texture. So you know, 4 bars in, you had a little bit of a shaker with just a bit of auto pan on, and then you add a high octave to the piano to open up the top, and maybe a plucky synth with a whole bunch of Valhalla reverb on it. You know what I mean? You can start to just open up and build out kind of the structure of the song to give it a little bit more vibrancy, so on and so on, right? And let me make sure I got everything updated too.
PRSJohn.com. If you have any questions, we do have an FAQ section. !submit will get you there just to make sure you understand how the full structure works. But essentially, yeah, we listed out 6 tracks left, so if you're not in the top 6, then your credit will be saved for sure.
Definitely. All right, so like same thing going into your hook here, retrack. It's adding that little bit of extra dynamic range, right? So start here. Nothing wrong with this, right? Start to build it out a little bit, open it up. It's like strict eighths. Let it run its course for a second. Hey, thank you.
I love that. Thank you.
Right? If you're gonna go like a full 16 on the hook, then halfway, every 4 bars, it's like the easiest way to think about it, retrack, is like every 4 bars giving you just a little bit of new information. It can be so subtle. It doesn't need to be like another bass, 3 more synths. It could literally be like first 4, if you're gonna do 16, right? First 4 bars are exactly how you have it. Then 4 bars into it, you add an auto pan shaker that moves a little bit. And then another 4 bars into it, you add like a high brassy synth that kind of wakes up the mix on the B section. And then after that, you know, you add one other little element, right? Or you take away an element again to transition back into the next verse. That little bit of movement and extra sound design and like strategic movement in and out of the dynamics, to me, is what makes this feel less mature. And it is 5 years old, right? Less mature than what you're doing currently. Is this that intention, paying attention to the dynamics, paying attention to your automation of all of these things, of even like the synth that you have in the background, automating the filter a little bit so it moves, it has maybe a little bit of modulation and LFO, little things like that. But I think that this is a track that has a foundation that you can dig into, that you could make something that's a bit more intentional, has a, you know, a little bit higher quality. The fact that this was 5 years ago is just, you know, kind of a bonus. It shows your growth. It shows how much you've improved as a producer and as a
100%,
composer.
I agree.
So I'm excited for you to dig into this a little bit more. I definitely think you should.
Retrack is actively working on building that catalog up, and he's absolutely killing it, guys. If you're not familiar, definitely make sure to tap in. He's extremely versatile with the kind of music he makes. Yesterday we heard more of a darker kind of carnival style. It was really, really cool.
I got you, Aimless. Appreciate you. And then, of course, the reworking, what's up, Jeff? Reworking of the vocal chop itself would be another version of course, rebalancing this mix and making it feel a little bit more interesting, because it's the monotony of hearing na-na, na-na, dun, 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 dun. Hearing that, when you think about how much direct, because there's not a lyric structure that's spread out over that melody, the direct loop of that exact chop happening 32 times in a song versus like one hook happening 4 times or something feels that's where you're going to get a lot of that monotony. So that's where I would rework have that chop at like their first hook or something, but then rework that chop to kind of build out the structure a little bit more later on. Let me just get into the last minute here, but yeah, I just think you need to dig into the dynamics, adding that shaker, adding a little bit more, even like sidechaining that kick to the bass to give yourself a little bit of swing, a little bit of pump and movement in the mix, things you're already doing now beautifully. I would just like copy and paste current tools to old project and update this to something that feels really cool. And then I think you do have a commercial house track that's cohesive. It's easy to listen to. It moves.
Definitely.
It vibes 100%. But I do think you need to rework your dynamics. And again, 4 or 5 years old, you're crushing it. Absolutely. Hushco. Am I saying that correctly? Yeah, absolutely. Make sure y'all go to my link tree and click on Track Talk Submission, and please check the line first. Our main platform is over on the Purple app, so you can go find that at my link tree at any point. Got 6 tracks left. Like one option would be like taking this because it's a major third walk up and then chop that down to like the F or even pitch it up to the F. Having that chop, dun, 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 dun. That'd be the same move because it's the same major third up on the F that would follow your progression going over what would be like the, D minor and stuff like that. Like little things like that, just like changing the chop positioning and its pitch and things just to make it feel like it's got a little bit more movement. Small little tip there. Got you, New York. Nothing really like wrong with your sound design though. It just needs to be matured a little bit. Y'all show some love. That is Sunday Morning by Retrack. Y'all update the list in 10 seconds here. Sunday Morning by Retrack. Yeah, it is just cool. Like obviously I think you can get this to where you want it to be, but it's also just cool seeing your growth. Like it's also cool seeing a less mature track from what you were doing 4 or 5 years ago and seeing how much you've grown stylistically and the genres that you're bending and that
It's
you're
like the
working
perfect balance of
It's cool.
still being good,
Yep.
but also realizing like, wow, you actually have really matured in your sound and your like product. It's
100%.
much more professional now. But there's still, like we were saying, some definite potential with that one. So I wouldn't scrap it. I would build on top
Yeah,
of it
it's
with
a-
what you know now.
Very classic structure. So the foundation's there. You could switch out a sample. You could rechop. You could kind of do whatever you want to it. But the actual structure of what you have there's nothing wrong with it. You just gotta make it a little bit more intentional, get a little bit more movement, a little bit more expression out of it, and you'll be in a good spot, man. Y'all show some love. And show some love. Show some
Thank
love.
you for the likes on TikTok, Green. I hope you're doing well.
And then got you change culture. Got you. Let me get everything updated here, and we'll get into our last 6 tracks here. Boom, boom. There we go.
Last 6 for a while, guys. This is weird for us because we never take breaks.
I know, right? It's
We never
very
take
rare.
breaks from the live. We'll still be working like crazy, but this will be our last consultation live for a bit.
For a minute. Appreciate you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we
you
love
so much,
and
man.
appreciate you, Retrack, your family.
Absolutely.
Of course,
Got you, Aimless.
you guys can still reach us through the Discord or through our website if it's something more official.
Aimless said, not today. Not today.
Hmm.
All right, let me get these updated really quick because they're coming in. And
But that was
got
after,
you.
not aimless, right? Or they
That
both did.
was both. I've got you with that 5, 2. Just make sure. Yeah. Let me just get these updated so I make sure they're in the right order as we're going. Boom, boom. Okay, so I've got y'all updated. So Change got you updated. Asher and Aimless, I got you updated. Let's keep the music going. That way we can still get at a good pace with all of y'all submitting here. Let's keep it running. And let me, real quick, let me update just minimums as we go too. So we got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that's going to put us here currently So let me just keep it just for new submissions that are coming in.
Mhm.
All right, let's keep it going. So Aimless, I got you. Aimless is up next because I've already got that pulled. And then real quick, Aimless, have you submitted to the new email yet? If you haven't,
Asher said 15 added.
okay. If you haven't, then do that while I'm pulling these up. Got you, Asher. Hold up, they're coming in. Give me a second. I'm
I
gonna
like
keep
the name
updated.
Asher.
My
Mhm.
yeah, I have a nephew named Asher.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, I know I have someone named Asher. All right, got you. Let me get these updated. Let me get these moved. And got you. Change culture. I got you. All right, hold on. We're getting into a bit of a bid
Yeah,
here,
like, I'm definitely going today. Exactly.
making sure
It
it's
does
like
happen sometimes.
right. All right, so let me get this updated. It's gonna mean I'm gonna need to probably update some minimums too. Boom, boom, boom. Got you. Okay, here's our spot right now. So
Quiet Kid is. I don't know.
okay, hold on. Send it to Track Talk. Oh, that's aimless.
Aimless.
Aimless,
Okay,
right? Oh yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. Send it to the go to the actually hit exclamation point submit and just send, if you wouldn't mind forwarding it to the new email. There's a new submission form. So if you wouldn't mind following that really quick, that way I can get you in the right spot. And I have everything updated as of this current pocket. Jay Bish, thank you so much for being here. Let me know who Jay Bish is so I can make sure I connect it to the right name.
Gotta go peace. I think they were just hopping in on Twitch being silly.
Okay, cool. Let me know who that is if it's someone that we know. All right, let me keep these updated. I should have everybody in the right space. I just have to get the right emails in order to. And then I want to dig into the music so we can get to y'all at a decent pace today. Because we've got a lot to do before we leave. Just a silly guy. Just a silly guy. Well, I appreciate you being
Oh,
here.
well, you're technically still here.
Yeah.
What's up?
Peace to you as well. I'm glad you hopped in for a second.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Is it in spam?
Let me check spam. It might be, honestly.
It's totally up to you. We're on our last 6 tracks for today. Here's the current lineup.
Okay, yeah, I went to spam. Not spam. I feel like it keeps doing that to yours for some reason.
If you're
I don't know
interested
why.
in how it works, that link right there,
Got
the
you.
submission link.
Miss King, I got you. And Change Culture, I got you. So we just get all the line updated, and then I'm going to pull these up. Yep, got you. And then got you.
No worries at all, Caddy. Thank you
Got you.
for the
'Kay.
help that you did offer. You're the best.
Okay, we should be updated, ready to go. So I'm pulling up tracks. Let's get into it. Instrumental. Okay, let me know the difference between these two. So it looks like I have instrumental and not. Is that non-instrumental? So let me know which attachment you want up there. We got you're up. We'll make sure y'all are good. I agree, Jay Bish. It reminds me of Winnie the Bish, New Girl, if you've seen it. Not too bad, not too shabby.
No, it's not at all. We'll definitely get to you today.
What's up, Dream? What's up? Instrumental only. Okay, so let's do this. I'll do one play each. So I'll start with the instrumental and then go back through with vocals and break down that one on the second play. Just so we kind of get through both of them without double playing each one. Okay, perfect. So let's do instrumental first, and then we'll do vocals on the second. Let me get the download real quick, and then we'll get into it. I'll update the line, and we'll be in a good spot. Let's keep it going. Shout out to Asher in the chat. Let's run it. Quick update for everyone in the chat on your role in this track, just because some people haven't heard you before. This is going to be all instrumental, and then we'll do a second play with the vocals. All right, line is updated.
There's a little demo.
Yeah, it's only 40 seconds, and so then we'll do the second play on the one with vocals to kind of see where it's at. I like that sequence in the back. All right, let's run it. In fact, let me run this one back again. Let me get a really good listen to the instrumental. It is very
Just
short.
be sure to check the line.
Yeah.
What's up, Cassie? Good to see you. And then Asher, I know we've gone over stuff semi recently, so just let us know if there's any questions as far as the branding, marketing side, the visual side of things goes. Of course, you know we got you.
Yep. Inspired by Keep Up. Oh, let me just hear what that is, because one of your main questions that I think you're wanting to know is like,
right. Let's listen to that for a minute.
How close can I be?
Definitely, Asher is great at the video game vibe for sure.
I'm the singer, mixer, my friend is producing for me. Okay, so let me just hear this real quick. Shout out to getting demonetized on YouTube. Okay, let's stop there. Let me run it. Whoops. Easiest fix for you, pitch it down 2 semitones. Pitch it down.
Say.
Just get it out of the same key, because all you have to do is...
Or higher, but lower would be
right.
better, probably.
Get it, either way, whatever works better for your vocal. If you're going to sing on it, if you can go higher, go higher. If you can go lower. I do think currently, same key, you're about 60 BPM faster, you know what I mean, a little bit. But if I were to play this back to back with this, that lead sound design, that like kind of saturated, you know, noisy square at the top is just, it's too similar. I think in that vein, the sound design is going to be almost identical. So it could trigger the AI that is the one that actually tells the system that it's the same song and stuff like that. That's where you want to be. But if you have a different progression, slightly different melody on the lead, you can't be, especially like, obviously, I have a whole bunch of synths. Those synths are just like signals, right? It's a square wave, it's a sine wave, and then you add a square wave to a sine wave and you add a filter to it. Like, you can't copyright that, and you can't copyright the notes. The building of the melody attached to lyrics and BPM, all of that together is where you're going to get into trouble. So if you literally just take this, depending on your vocal ability, pitch it down 2 semitones, pitch it up 2 semitones. I wouldn't just do one. I'd get it a little bit farther away from it if you can. 2, 3 semitones down or up, get it kind of out of that vein, and then make some minor movements. Because again, can't copyright a 4 on the floor with the kick. You know what I mean? Right. You can't copyright a synth. Everybody, like, I'm one of 20, I don't know, I'm one of 500 people that has a Juno 106, or not 500, 5,000 people that have a Juno 106. You can't copyright that sound.
Like, they're
right?
that rare.
No, I wish. The Jupiter, maybe. But those are $40,000. But anyways, all right, I'm one of a bunch of people that have that thing. So that is something I would keep in mind. You can't copyright those things, but if you're really close, you're just going to run into hell. Like, it's just going to be annoying for you.
It's just similar sounding to something that's already out retrack. So Asher is just wanting to, make sure that they stay in the right lane so that they don't get, flagged or anything.
Yeah. So if now
I'm really glad that you're
so glad
doing this. Yeah.
Because beyond you getting like sued or something like that, you're just going to run into hell. You're going to get your YouTube demonetized. Your distribution could get paused. You could get your Spotify frozen. It's just annoying
don't want any reason
stuff.
for them to like shadow ban or anything in that vein.
It's hard enough to get movement as a freaking artist. You know what I mean? It's just so hard to already do it. Don't put anything in your way. So my opinion would be 2 to 3 semitones up or down. You're already on a faster BPM. That's fine. And small changes to sound design. Small changes to sound design and the way you structure it. I think you'll be fine. But if it's the same key, a little bit faster, very similar synth structure, and also I just think people will look at it as less creative. You know what I mean? And so I just think you won't get as much movement as you want, instead of just changing some small aspects of this to kind of get it into a place where you feel really confident.
Could you check Cassie's credit really quick?
Yeah.
I know it would have to
25.
be 30. Oh, okay, yeah.
And 30 min right now.
Yeah, so Cassie, since we are like towards the middle to end of our live stream for today, 25 wouldn't get you heard today.
Yeah, because we're already kind of a couple hours into it.
We have like 5 tracks left, yeah.
All right, let me play through the end of this really quick. It's only 40-second song, and I'll switch to the vocals. These are super short, so it's easy to play through twice. I'll just skip into it a little bit. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I can definitely get you up there.
Up to you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's good to see you again, though. I'm like, either way, girl, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. I do like the sound design a lot, right? So I just think you need to manipulate it a little bit. Just manipulate it a little bit. There's songs that are based off of other songs that happen all the time. Like there'll be drum samples from an old track and stuff, and they either get by with it or they get sued or they have to divert the monetization, right? I think there's a story I heard, I can't remember the track, so I'm gonna basically make this up, right? But there's a story where I don't know if it was like a Jay-Z track or something like that, where they pay like, I don't know, something insane, like $800,000 a month for the sample in the track because they never got, is it blurred line? I don't know. I don't know. It's probably not going to trigger my memory, but something crazy where like they use like an AC/DC song or something, right? Something like that. And because they never got the rights to it, they literally have to pay out like something like $1 million a month to the other people. Sting. Yep. Yeah. I think that is what it is. I think that is what it is.
That's crazy.
And they literally gets paid. Yeah.
I'll be
Mm-hmm.
watching you.
And it is such a large part of the structure of the song, and they did not get the rights to it, so they sued, and basically he pays out like pretty much all the royalties to the song.
Does it say
goes
I'll
to
be
another.
watching you at some point, or am I completely making that up? It's been a
Maybe
really long
just
time
'cause-
since I've
maybe
listened
just
to
'cause
that,
it's
and
Diddy.
now it's kind of like I don't even listen to him,
Just 'cause-
obviously, for
just-
obvious reasons.
Just because it's Diddy's like, did they say watching? Did they say stalking? They fucking like, what is this, something different?
No, I just really thought that it said that.
All right, let me switch modes here. Let me get to your other
It
track
probably
here.
doesn't say that, but it's just
Yeah.
funny.
I'll be missing you. Yeah, that makes
I'll
more
be
sense, but
missing-
it might just
Yeah,
be
it
that our
does.
perspective has changed.
Honestly,
All right, now let me get into the one
Kinda
with
funny.
vocals retrack. MC Chris, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Let me switch to this other track here, and y'all please also make sure
you said
that you.
retrack.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Did you mean
Got you,
Asher?
Cassie. I might have meant Asher. Yes, got you, Cassie.
What
Y'all
is
make sure y'all
bro
follow
even
Libby. Make sure
saying?
y'all follow Libby. And then I got
Oh,
you, Cassie.
thank
Let me get you up
guys.
here.
That was sweet.
I'm gonna keep plugging
You're
you.
just doing a million things at once.
Okay, let's get into the next one. But yeah, that's why you're just gonna have to send all your royalties to someone else, and that's annoying. So you don't want to have to deal with stuff like that. So small changes can go a long ways. Let's get into it. So let me get to the one with vocals here, so I can kind of see where you're at. So this is your vocals, right, Asher? Yep. It was huge. I remember when that happened.
Let's go retrack. We're like, this is the retrack live.
Retrack talk.